I've been struggling with this all morning. I don't really know how I can explain something to you that I don't really understand myself. Honey, I know that there have been many times when you felt hurt and felt rejected, and strangely enough, those were the times when I needed you the most. I have been under a terrible emotional stress. I've lost my resilience and my ability to cope.
You mean since this business with Tina began?
Yes, but it's more than Tina. I have real psychological problems. I have gaps in my life. I lose time. Hours go by that I can't account for. I don't know where I've been. I don't know what I've done.
Real lapses in memory?
Yes. And I don't know really what causes it. The trigger seems to be certain pressures, and I retreat and hours go by and I just don't remember them.
You mean like all those times you told me you were shopping or driving around or last-minute errands?
They were excuses. Because I really didn't know where I'd been. Honey, I feel like I've been trapped in a maze. I can't get out.
Why didn't you tell me?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you the truth because I felt it was too awful to accept.
Have you seen a doctor?
Yes. I went to see a medical doctor. I went for a checkup because I hoped it was something physical that could be treated. It's not.
Well, how serious is it?
It's very serious. It's much worse than I thought. The gaps in time are happening more and more frequently, and they last longer and longer. Clint, please don't hate me. Don't hate me for lying to you and for being so weak. I did try and be strong. I really did, but I couldn't. I couldn't.
Hey. Honey. I told you I'd understand, didn't I? It would have been better if you had trusted me enough to confide in me at the beginning, you know? The important thing is that you're telling me now, and I'm here for you now.
But will you stay with me?
You just try and get rid of me. We're together, honey. Remember? For better, for worse, sickness, health.
Oh, thank you. I feel so much better now.
Well, you know, talking to me like this has got to have helped. But it can't stop here, honey.
I know that. I know. I have to go see Dr. Polk. I know that.
That's right.
As hard as it may be for me, I know it's necessary.
You just remember, when the going gets tough, you still got your family to lean on.
I know that. I'm so grateful for you. When I ran up here before, I didn't know what was going to happen, especially since Tina's car was in the driveway.
But don't you worry about Tina. She won't be back.
What did she want?
Nothing important. I don't want you to think about Tina anymore or anything that she's done. I just want you to concentrate on the good things. Because we got a lot to be thankful for, honey.
I know I do. I have my children. And I have you.
Try and spend some time with them this afternoon, will you?
I will. I always feel better when I'm with them. What's the matter?
I was just thinking I should call Jake Hendricks.
Jake Hendricks, that name is familiar to me.
Oh, he's the editor of that small newspaper up near Lancaster. I was supposed to have lunch with him at Barry's Bar and Grill.
Aren't you going to?
No, he'll understand if I cancel.
Why would you cancel? Not because of me. Oh, no, don't do that. He's had such a long drive. Don't. And I feel so much better now.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm positive. Oh, honey, I feel as if a mountain has been lifted from me. Go on. I need time today anyway. I need time to take care of some household things, and I want to talk to Cook, and I want to spend the time with the children.
All right. Did you call Dr. Pope?
I'll call him right away.
I'll be at Barry's if you need me.
Thank you. Sweetheart. Thank you so much. I don't know what I'd do without you. Thank you. Dr. Marcus Polk, please. Hello, this is Victoria Buchanan. May I speak with Dr. Polk, please? Thank you.
Vicky, how wonderful to hear from you.
Thank you, Doctor. It's not a very easy call for me, though. I'd like to get right to it before I lose my courage.
Yes, of course.
I'm having problems again like last time.
The second personality.
Yes. I know that Jenny Rinaldi called you about it last night, that you talked. Please understand I wasn't ready to face you then.
But you are now.
Yes.
Oh, Vicky, that's very good news. Look, I'd like to see you as soon as possible.
Okay, fine. Can I see you tomorrow?
Well, today would be better.
Oh, please. Please, not today. Can't we make it tomorrow?
All right. We'll make it tomorrow.
Thank you.
Are you still free for lunch, I hope?
Yes, but in spite of all the precautions that I took, I got an emergency call from the studio, and I need to stop by there for just a minute. But I'll tell you what, why don't I meet you somewhere?
All right, how about the back street?
Oh, come on, we can do better than that.
Well, not enough atmosphere?
It's got lots of atmosphere, all the wrong kind. We don't want to be reminded of that disastrous party, do we?
No.
And we don't want to run into people like Harry O'Neill.
Is this the way you talk about all your ex-boyfriends?
Oh, come on now. He wasn't a boyfriend. He was just a momentary infatuation.
You have a lot of these momentary infatuations?
I don't go out looking for them, if that's what you mean.
How about if they come looking for you?
Harry had a certain basic masculine appeal. I think there are probably a lot of men who have that same appeal, but perhaps with just a bit more sophistication.
Does that include art dealers?
Well, it doesn't count them out. But I just hate rushing into anything.
Oh, me too.
Aren't we talking about lunch?
Lunch, yeah. How about Barry's?
Barry's sounds fine.
All right. You got to go to the studio, all right? I'll try to clinch this art deal I have, and we'll meet at 1 o'clock.
Wonderful.
Afternoon's ours, right?
Mitch, you're not going to try to talk me into showing Vicky the secret room, are you?
Oh, Dorian, I wouldn't dream of that. This one's strictly for our pleasure. See you at 1.
1.
this act over here? Was that the Great Zambini?
The Union Cannonball. That's when it goes deep, deep down in the cannon. Then pow, pow, goes right across the net.
The tent, really?
Yeah.
Does he get hurt?
No, Mom, he lands in the net.
Oh, I'm sorry. I realized that, actually. It sounds very exciting. I'm sorry I wasn't with you.
Maybe they'll have it again next year.
Well, if they do, why don't we all go together, Now, Summer's here. Have you two thought about what you want to do this summer?
Swimming, fishing.
Fishing. Swimming and fishing. Well, I guess we'll do all of that. Tell you what, when Daddy comes home tonight and we have dinner out on the patio, we can talk about what we're going to do this summer. All righty?
I picked up the mail, Mrs. Buchanan.
Oh, thank you. Kim, would you just put it on the desk, please? Sure. Thank you.
And now, boys, are you ready to go back to the fort?
Come on, Joey. Let's go.
What fort?
Oh, you should see it. 2 rooms, a lookout tower.
It sounds very ambitious.
There's a lot more to do yet. And they don't want you or Mr. Buchanan to see it until it's all finished.
There's no danger of them getting hurt, is there?
Oh,
Kim?
no, don't worry. It's going to be very solid. Heron's been giving us pointers.
Heron? Our Heron? What does Heron know about building a fort?
You'll be surprised.
I think I will be surprised. I can't wait to see it.
Well, we'll be down by the pine grove.
Okay.
You'll probably hear the banging. Thank you, Kim.
Sorry I'm late, but I had to make a quick stop to see Tina.
Whatever for?
She's very upset about the fact that you decided to stop helping her, so.
I wouldn't. I thought you weren't going to pressure me.
I'm not pressuring you. You know, she's just very upset, that's all. She's not taking this very well.
And why are you so involved with this?
Well, you know how fond I am of Tina.
Yes. That's why you were having lunch with another woman.
Dorian, I'm only trying to help her.
I see. And what, my dear, is in it for you?
For me, I just want to see her get what she deserves, that's all. You know how much the Lord's name means to her.
And, of course, the Lord's money means nothing to her. Or to you.
You know, I wouldn't think such a beautiful woman as you could possibly be so cynical.
Cynical, realistic. When someone is working so hard to get me to do something against my better judgment or nature, I start to ask questions.
And jump to conclusions.
No. But actually, this whole thing is moot. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't get in the secret room. It's impossible.
Why? Just because Clint accidentally smashed that figurine? Look,
Why, there's another way in?
it's much simpler than you think.
Wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I'm tired of all these secrets.
Well said. You know, you were right, Dorian. That is, you were half right. Those are your house keys. So not one of them fits any of the doors of Landfair. Now, before you are completely finished telling secrets, why don't you tell me just how you got into my house?
Are you sure you don't know where Dr. Polk's having lunch? Oh, no. No, there's no message. No, thank you. Bye. Oh, Jenny. Jenny. Jenny, I'd like to speak to Nurse Jenny Rinaldi, please. I don't know where she is. Have her paged, please. Yes. Oh, when is she coming out of the emergency room? Please tell her to call Victoria Buchanan immediately. Please, it's so urgent. Thank you.
in a moment.
Clarence, you couldn't have checked very thoroughly because I did open the door with one of these keys.
Right? That's very interesting. Especially since we had all the locks changed when you moved out.
I suggest you get yourself a better locksmith.
Oh, Dorian, cut the bull. Now, I want to know how you got in, and I want to know the truth.
I don't have to put up with it.
Now, just sit down. There's no way you could have gotten in unless someone gave you a key.
I'm so sorry, Mitch, really, but I've got to leave. Honestly, can't you solve your problems without making a public spectacle of yourself?
Sure. Maybe next time I'll just break into your house.
Clint, I told you the truth. All right? Let us just consider this episode closed.
No. It is not closed. It is over, but it is not closed.
Thought you all right?
Yes, thank you. I cannot believe that man just practically assaulted me in a public restaurant. He is so arrogant and egotistical, and he and Vicky really deserve each other. That's all I can say. Her with her fixation on Victor and him defending her to the point where he doesn't care who he hurts or who he embarrasses.
This is exactly what Tina has been facing for months now.
I know that, and that's why I agreed to help Tina.
Well, why don't you keep helping her?
True. Everybody would be better off. Vicky would only face reality, most especially Vicky herself. Otherwise, this bizarre fixation with her father is just going to... And Clint, of course, will keep defending her, and Okay. I'll do it.
You'll take her down the secret room?
Yes. But the sooner the better, all right? Now, how do I get in there?
It's very simple. All you gotta do is use this pair of pliers I just happen to have outside in my car. It's nothing to it. No, I'll teach everything. No problem.
Hello.
Harry, it's Nicole.
Oh, Nicole, you know, this phone has been hassling me all day. Hello.
I'm sorry. I should have waited till you got home.
No, it's okay.
I tried calling you last night. Did you get my message?
Yes,
You didn't call me back. It's all right. I understand why.
No, Nicole,
No,
listen.
please don't say anything yet, okay? I just want to tell you why I called. I have my own apartment now, Harry. I would like you to see it.
Well, I'd love to see it, but I'm really backlogged here. I don't know how I could get out of here.
Oh, Harry, don't you remember what our last conversation was about?
of course.
You were angry with me because I never seemed to be able to make a commitment of any kind. Well, you see, I've done it now. I've got my own apartment. I have my own phone. I've decided to stay in Landview, and I've put down roots. I thought you'd be pleased.
Well, I am, Nicole, really.
And will you come by?
Well, you know, that conversation had to do with a lot more than you're finding an apartment.
I know that, but it's a start. See, Harry, there's just no more drifting for me now. I'm really ready for the kind of commitment we talked about, and the fact that I took the apartment proves it. Please, Harry, it's finally a place where you and I can be alone together.
That's what you really want.
More than anything in the world. Look, would you give it one more chance? Harry, you mean so much to me. And I know I've made a lot of mistakes, but I'm not going to anymore. Please, won't you come by?
What's the address?
It's 432 Jameson, apartment 3.
Okay.
It's not really a lot, you know, it's nothing much, but...
What, you think that matters? No, listen, I don't know how soon I can get away, but I'll be there as soon as I can, all right?
Okay, I'll be waiting.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Buchanan. There's a very important phone call for you.
Oh.
It's Mr. Briggs.
Thank you. Yeah, Briggs. When did this happen? Where? We got anybody up there? All right, send in Jedson and Hanley and get a hold of our 2 top photographers and send them up. Yeah, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Oh, get me a mobile unit up there, too.
An accident?
Yeah, train derailment outside Landview.
When will you be back?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, but I'm going to have to get up there and coordinate the coverage. Tell Mrs. Buchanan we're back as soon as possible. I'll call her.
Oh, Harry, you're beautiful.
Just a token.
Thank you. I can't remember the last time somebody brought me flowers. I hope I have a vase. Look. I'll be right back. Come in.
What do you think? It's a bit heavy on the chin, but I can fix that soon enough. The important thing is it's all mine.
I never thought you'd go through with it.
You really are pleased for me, aren't you?
Very.
Thank you.
Sit down. I got one question. You really serious about this?
Don't you believe me?
You know, you talked a lot about settling down and doing something stable. A lot.
But this time I've actually done it, haven't I?
Yes. Yes, you have.
And if it's more deeds that you want, why don't you come back tonight and I'll fix you the fanciest home cooked meal you ever had?
You don't have to fix me anything fancy.
Will you come, Harry?
I'd love to.
Oh, good. You won't be sorry. It'll be like starting over again. And I promise you I'll be reliable. And I'll be caring and I'll be loving. Harriet, I really do love you. Very much. Oh, this is just the beginning.
You promise?
I promise.
Good. Maybe I can help you do something about all this chintz.
Actually, I kind of like it. You get used to it anyway.
Okay.
So, what's your favorite dinner?
My favorite dinner?
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that my favorite dinner is anything that you can fix. See you later.
Bye. Let's see. Roast beef, Yorkshire pudding, asparagus, salad, candles. Oh, Harry left his paper. Buchanan. My name is Nikki, not Vicky.
No, it is Vicky. Vicky Buchanan.
Well, now that we've had a nice long recess, what did you learn from Dorian?
Oh, just that she said that she dumped Harry because he was too bullish and selfish, typical macho type.
Which she probably loved at the time, except now he's dumped her. It's a different story, right?
And yeah, she also said that the last thing that he wants is any one relationship with one person.
That fits in. Team, you've done great.
I did?
Mm-hmm. You were excellent. It's going to be very useful to me, what you found out.
Oh. Of course, you have no idea how suspicious this woman is. I mean, she was really after me because she thinks I know who Nicole is. She just refers to her as the redhead, but she just wouldn't let up. She really wanted to find out what her name is.
Well, were you careful or were you dumb?
Of course, I was careful. But it would have been very easy to slip up and say Nicky Smith. But I could just see Dorian hang onto that and run with it.
I can just see that myself.
Oh, I bet you could. But it wouldn't be so cute to you if she started asking a whole bunch of questions. And what if she goes to the back street and everything? It wouldn't be hard for her to put together the Vicky-Nicky connection and figure out that Vicky's got her dual personality again. Then what would we be?
Don't worry about it. I got the next step all figured out.
Well, what is it?
Tomorrow night, we're going to take Vicky down to the secret room.
To the secret room. What's it going to accomplish, huh? I mean, she's just going to get more mad at me like she has 1,000,000 times, and Clint is going to want my head when she tells him.
Look, will you think logically, just for a second? She's not going to get furious. She's going to flip out.
What, just like that?
Yeah, when she sees that room, she's going to know immediately what her father used it for, right? The shock is going to flip her into Nicky. And if we're lucky, she's going to stay Nicole.
You know, that is really sick.
Look, you can have the Lord name and the Lord money if we can trap Vicky in that Nicole personality, right? The Buchanans won't even be able to cover it up.
No. No, you can just forget it.
Teen.
No, I mean it, Mitch. No way.
I'll lend you the money.
You drive me right up the wall. No matter what I do to try to help you get what you want, you mess it up. You change your mind. You get cold feet. Now you decide to have a sudden attack of conscience.
Look, I am not going to be the person to drive Vicky into a mental institution.
Fine. Stay Tina Clayton for the rest of your life. Be a nobody. And besides, look, who says that she's going to wind up in a mental institution?
Look, you know how devastating that room could be to Vicky. You know how she idolizes her father. I mean, she thinks he's a saint.
Yeah, that's exactly the point.
What, so now you want me to take her down to that room where he entertained all those women?
That's exactly what I want.
No, you saw the effect that had on Clint. He was so worried about Vicky, he sealed the place up forever by turning off the electricity.
Yeah, and we opened it up again, right?
Yeah, I really wish we hadn't. I mean, as far as Clint is concerned, that room does not exist, and it cannot hurt Vicky. And I wish that was the way it would stay.
In other words, we have the solution, and we're just going to let it sit there, right? We're going to be sweet and nice, and we're going to feel sorry for Vicky, aren't we? We're going to hope that maybe someday while she's having dinner with maybe the mayor of Lambview, she'll suddenly turn into Nicole, right? Look, what is wrong with you? Look, listen to me. That is the answer to everything. Why won't you use it?
Because the answer to the rest of my life is not being the woman that destroys Vicky's sanity.
Your image? Is that what you're worried about? You're willing to trade millions of dollars in the Lord name for your image?
No, because I just couldn't stand feeling so guilty if I was the one who made her be institutionalized. I couldn't live with that.
All right, honey, I'm sorry if I hurt you.
No, you did.
But you're right, that is a stupid idea.
You mean that?
Oh, yeah. The last thing I want you to do is to feel guilty and start blaming yourself or blame me. That's no good. I guess I got a little carried away, didn't I?
Yeah, you certainly did.
Look, it's just, we've been working on this thing for so long, you know, and it's like getting frustrating. Everything we try to do doesn't work out.
Are you giving up?
Giving up? Who, me? You kidding? No, I think we ought to let it drop for a couple of days, though. Well, maybe tomorrow. We'll figure out some other way to grab the brass ring. Why don't you come here? Come on. I'm not going to hurt you. Where'd I hurt you, honey?
You really do understand?
Of course I understand.
And you're not disappointed in me?
No, I'm not disappointed in you. I admire you. I admire your honesty, and I really respect your feelings. I'm never going to do anything to force you into something you object to, okay? Although, I do have one idea in mind that you might not object to.
No, that's what I think.
Good, thanks for helping out there. Yes, I really appreciate it. I'll probably talk to the engineer. Oh, yeah? Some details on what happened. Okay, I better get back there. You want to come down? Yeah. Okay, thanks, Clover.
Sure thing.
Clover, your payphone is busy. Can I use your private line?
Oh, sure. Take a bar, Clint.
Thank you. Oh, would it be all right if I called my wife after I phoned in the story?
Sure thing, go right ahead. Hey, Clint, she didn't click anything, is she?
No. No, she's not.
I thought I was making myself very clear, but I am saying that unless you concede that Tina has a right to use the Lord name, that she has a right to a share of your father's estate, you are going to be subjected to a public scandal. Not only that, a lawsuit, which you will probably lose, along with your good reputation.
You're making me sound like it's an ultimatum, Dora.
No, it's not. It's just a statement of fact. Honestly, Vicky, I am just trying to help you face reality. I'm trying to help you be
Why?
spared.
Why are you so suddenly concerned with my well-being?
Oh, I really could be offended by that remark. But I know that you have not been yourself lately. Though I have often in the past tried to reach out to you, and so many times you have refused my friendship and my help.
I see. So there is no self-interest involved here, right?
Yes, there is. I would like to see your father's name spared, and so much as it is possible.
Well, why didn't you stop Tina when you had the chance, Dorian? Why did you help her in distributing that disgusting letter of hers and in broadcasting that fraudulent claim of hers? You have championed her cause from the very beginning. You've never given a thought to preserving my father's good name. Now you have the effrontery to come here to harass me and banter me.
No, to make you face the truth, for goodness sakes. Vicky, your father, and believe me, it hurts me to have to tell you this, but your father was not the man that you thought he was. He most certainly was not the man that I thought that I married. There was a dark, sordid side to Victor's nature.
Please, Dorian. I can't hear this now. Get out.
Not until I've made you see the truth, Vicky. Okay, I really didn't want it to be this way. But the truth is only a few feet away.
Where? What are you talking about?
It's right there. Behind the bookcase.
What on earth are you talking about?
Vicky, there is a room behind that bookcase. A room that nobody knew about. Except, of course, your dear sainted father.
I don't believe you.
Of course you don't. I didn't believe it myself until I saw the room with my own eyes.
Why? What for?
Exactly. Why would Victor build such a room in this house? It's the dark side of the moon. There was a dark side of your father's nature that nobody ever saw, nobody even suspected was there. Who knows? Perhaps Tina was even conceived in that room.
You've seen this room?
Yes. And believe me, I was shocked. But eventually I came to accept the reality, as you will someday.
Dorian, you're lying to me.
No, Vicky,
Get out of my house. Get out of my house.
No, not until
Please.
I have made you face reality. Okay. I didn't want to do it this way. But I must make you see. I brought these along. The way you used to be able to get into the room was with a certain Chinese figurine. Unfortunately, that got broken, so I'm going to have to make do with this. There we are. All right, Vicky. After you.
I can understand your shock, Vicky. I felt it myself. But if you'll just come with me, I'll show you the room.
Dear God. Kevin told us he saw his bookcase open. We told him he was imagining things.
It's just as well. How did you find out about this? From Tina. She discovered the room when she was living here.
Tina.
Yes, and that's where she found the letter from Victor telling you that Tina was his daughter by Irene Manning.
I can't go in there, Dorian.
Vicky, do you honestly think by walking away from here you're going to make that secret room disappear? Do you think that you can run away from reality? If you would just go into that room, I think that a lot of things would become very clear to you. It would resolve a lot of things in your mind. It won't be pleasant. But it's better that you discover it for yourself instead of hearing it from Tina in a public courtroom. Vicky? Follow me.
Oh, Mrs. Rinaldi, I'm sorry. I thought you Mrs. Lord and Mrs. Buchanan were here.
Yes, they were here just a few minutes ago when I was in the other room. Did they drive off somewhere?
No, I was just out front. Both their cars are there.
Well, that's very strange.
Is something wrong?
No. Vicky just really wasn't feeling very well. Earlier, I'm probably being ridiculous, but could you check around the house? I'd like to see Vicky before I leave.
Sure. Oh, excuse me. Buchanan residence? Oh, she's not here at the moment, Mr. Buchanan. Should I have her call you? No, I'm not sure where. Hold on, Mrs. Rinaldi wants to talk to you. I'll see you in the kitchen.
Okay, thanks. Hi, Clarence.
Jenny, listen, I want to thank you. Vicky told me this morning what's been happening with her and how you've helped.
Well, I'm glad she decided to talk to you about it.
So am I. Is she at Dr. Pope's?
No, she doesn't have an appointment until tomorrow.
She doesn't. When I called earlier, she wasn't in. I just assumed that she'd gone to Dr. Jenny, where is she right now?
I don't know.
Jenny, she isn't missing again, is she?
No, nothing like that. She's around here somewhere with Dorian.
Dorian? What the hell is Dorian doing there?
Well, I'm not really sure. Dorian just came over and insisted that she talk to Vicky alone.
Listen, Jenny, I laid in to Dorian this afternoon, and I did it publicly. Now, if she's over there with Vicky, it's only for one thing, and that's to cause trouble.
Okay, don't worry about it. I will find Vicky, and I won't let Dorian be alone with her.
Please do that. Please do that. And I'm going to leave for home right now.
I think that's a really good idea. I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye-bye.
Vicky, how long are you going to stand there?
Sorry, I feel a bit shaky. How could I have lived in this house all my life? Not have known this room's here.
Because that's the way Victor wanted it. What's the sense of having a secret room if it isn't a secret? I can tell you a lot of nasty business went on here. Over here are some monitors. We used to be able to watch everything that was going on in every single room in this house. Hesitate to use the word spy, but there really isn't a better one, is there?
Spy on whom?
anybody he wished to spy upon. Of course, it's so ridiculous. How can you deny it when it's right here? Over there, you see? There's a panel that goes over that section of the wall. He used to have art masterpieces. They turned out to be fakes. One can only speculate how much he spent on them. In the desk, you'll find a great deal of correspondence and tape recordings. You're gonna have to take my word for this. Tape recordings with women. Seems as though Victor was really quite a ladies' man, and there were a lot of women in addition to Irene Manning. I'm sorry, I know this is painful for you. It was for me, too. Dorian, I don't know how you could do this. You gave me no choice, Vicky. You had to see this room. You had to understand what Victor was doing.
I need it all. This room wasn't built by my father. This wasn't a hideaway where he spied on the household.
How can you deny what's right in front of your eyes?
You built this room, Dorian. And you put those monitors in the wall. And now for whatever twisted, perverted reason, you're blaming it on him.
Vicky, are you saying that I built this room?
That's right.
Oh, come on, look around you. Does this look like my taste? No. But it most certainly is Victor's.
But my father wouldn't have done this.
Vicky, think. I lived in this house by myself for many years. Why would I need a secret room? Who would I be spying on? Who would I be hiding from?
My father had nothing to hide. This room would have been useless to him.
Stop reading the correspondence. I dare you, listen to the tapes that he made with all the helpless women that he was using. The reality is painful, but you better face it. There were 2 Victor Lords. One of them the sanctimonious pillar of the community. The other, a dirty old man who would father Tony and Tina.
Oh, what is it? Oh, these chairs. He bought them for the mountain cabin, and he loved them, but my mother hated them. And he promised her he would sell them.
He didn't. Obviously just brought them down here where he could cherish them all by himself. Vicky, I know how your father raised you. I know that he demanded from you an almost inhuman set of standards which he himself could not live by. But Vicky, if you would only make this realization about his true nature now, you'd see. It's painful for the moment, but eventually it'll be like losing a burden.
Jenny, I keep staring at that trunk in my closet. I can't help it. I just keep staring at it.
Let it go,
I
Vicky.
can't let it go, and I can't ignore it. I really have the feeling that it's something important, and if I can unlock that trunk, maybe I can unlock the secret of Nikki. I can't find the key.
Yes, they're not in the West Wing.
Oh, they're not here either.
Well, they must be walking around the grounds.
That's probably right. I'm sorry to put you through all this, Kim. I'm going to call the hospital, and I'll use the phone here if that's okay. They're probably down in the library.
Sure.
Oh, Vicky. I know that we've been adversaries in the past. And more often than not, we treat each other like enemies instead of members of the same family. But I am only trying to help you. And even though the realization of this side of Victor's nature must be a bitter disillusionment to you, Vicky, it doesn't negate the many wonderful qualities he had.
Dorian. He wouldn't stand for betrayal of any kind. Not of any kind. And to find out his capacity for betrayal is... Oh.
But he did love you. He did. He loved you very, very much. Oh, right. So he was a man of weakness who despised that trait in other people. He was a man who coveted women, who enjoyed sex.
No.
Stop it. Please. But he isn't the first man to be attracted to younger women, much younger women. And think of it this way, Vicky, maybe every time you weren't around, Irene Manning was flirting with him. And that letter that he wrote Joe about, Tina being his daughter, well, if it shows that he's a man who made mistakes, he's not a man who ran away from them. Vicky. Vicky.
Where am I? What am I doing here with you?
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
Yes.
Jenny,
Hi, oh, you must have flown here.
pretty close to it. Did you find Dorian and Vicky?
No, they must be walking around the state because I've checked everywhere else.
And I suppose if I went and found them and threw Dorian off the property, you'd just alarm Vicky with him.
Yeah, I'm sure if Dorian is upsetting Vicky, she will just walk away from her.
Why didn't she go and see Dr. Pope today? Jenny, she didn't have another blackout or whatever you call it, did she?
Yeah, she did.
Is that why she didn't go to the doctor?
I think she just wanted to give it one more day, Clint.
Why?
These things take time. It took her a very long time to tell you that she was having emotional problems.
Yes, but she finally did tell me. Now, doesn't she realize she has to do something about it?
Clint, you have had so much patience. Don't lose it now. Not now when she needs you more than ever before, please.
I'm scared for her, Jenny. I'm just plain scared for her.
She is going to be all right. Everything is going to be just fine.
Yeah. Let's go back downstairs. Maybe they're back by now.
Okay.
What do you mean, what are you doing here?
Oh, I know you.
Yes, of course you know me.
No, I know you from television. You're Dorian Kellison. How'd you get me down here? How come there are no windows here?
You're making a joke.
Joke? There's nothing very funny here. What'd you do, drug me?
Vicky, I don't understand.
Vicky? No. Vicky? I'm Nicky. I'm Nicole Smith. Wait a minute. Are you in on this deal with the, what's her name, Rinaldi, Jenny Rinaldi? She's trying to make me think that I'm losing my mind, that I'm going crazy, and that I'm really Vicky Buchanan. I'm only pretending to be Nicole Smith.
Nikki Smith.
Yeah. That's me. I'm Nikki Smith. Now, I'd like to know what's going on. I mean, where am I?
You're in a room?
Yeah?
A room in Landfair.
Landfair? That's that Lord Mansion.
That's right.
How'd I get here? Why am I here?
Oh, Vicky.
Nikki?
Nikki?
What?
You need help.
Help? Help? I was right. You are involved with that Jenny. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I got it. I got it all figured out. This has all to do with Harry.
Harry?
Yeah, sure, Harry O'Neill. Harry broke up with me, didn't he? Because Harry loves me. See? And you're doing this to get even with me, aren't you? But it's not going to work. Because Harry's not going to give up on me. And I'm not going to give up on him. I'm getting out of here now.
No, you can't go. I'm not going to let you go upstairs like this.
I said, I'm getting out of here.
It's no use. The door's locked up there. Nikki!
What did you just say?
You really have no idea what just happened, do you?
Oh, what happened?
You were very upset and you were crying, talking about Victor. And then suddenly, before I knew it, I was talking to Nicole.
Oh!
You asked me what we were doing here. You said that you recognized me from television. I didn't know what to do. I tried calling you Vicky. It didn't do any good.
No.
So then you tried to rush up the stairs and you're Vicky again, and that's what's important.
Did I hurt you?
No. No, you didn't hurt me.
Oh. You of all people. I don't believe it's happened in front of you.
Vicky, I promise you. Tell me something. This has happened before, hasn't it? This isn't the first time that you've turned into Nikki since you were cured.
Cured. Cured until Tina Clayton came back to town with her filth.
It isn't filth.
Oh, yes, it is. And you've been helping her. Well, you got what you wanted, Dorian, and you're satisfied.
Vicky, come on. I'm not a monster. I didn't wish this on you. I want to help you. Believe it or not, I do. I'll do whatever I can. I'll take you to a doctor now. I'll get Clint for you.
No, Clint doesn't know about this. Please. Jenny's the only one who knows. Oh, Dorian, Nikki must be so strong if she came out just like this.
She can be destroyed. You can do it. You just have to make yourself strong. That's all. You have to get help. And we'll all support you. Clint loves you.
Clint, I don't want Clint to know how sick I am. I don't want anyone to know how sick I am. God knows I didn't want you to know.
Please calm yourself. You're making yourself so upset that you... Vicky, I swear to you, on my daughter's life, no matter what has happened between us in the past, I will never use this against you. Never.
Dorian, you put me away or Clint will and I'll lose everything. No, come on. You're not going to lose a thing. You've got everything to gain by destroying Nicky. We've just... I'll help you, that's all. We've got to get out of this room now. Okay? Oh, Connie! How could my father do this to me? He demanded so much of me and nothing of himself. You listen to me. He's not worth it. He's just simply not worth this kind of love and devotion, the kind of love that's tearing you apart, that is literally making you split in half. Vicky, come on, let's get out of here.
Okay. So Vicky told you that you should never tell me what she was going through. But didn't you stop and think? Didn't you think that I had a right to know?
I wanted her to tell you, Clint. I wanted her to let me tell you.
I mean, these years that we've been together, she didn't trust me enough to tell me that she wasn't well.
You have to look at it from her point of view. She is battling so hard with her own self-image, along with a lot of other things.
I know that. I brought it up to her this morning.
All right, then don't you understand? You can't doubt yourself. You can't doubt that you didn't love her enough all these years or anything else like that.
So it all comes right back to Tina then, doesn't it?
Probably. I mean, Tina certainly provoked this, but
But it could have been anything that messed around with the image of Vicky's father. Victor's image. Victoria's image. You know, I think I was probably pretty lucky to have an old man that was just a rascal, but he was a rascal right out in front.
Yeah, you probably were.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. They'll be back by now.
Why would they be walking around this long?
I don't know. But I'm going to go look for him. And I think maybe you better come along with me, because if Dorian has done anything to upset Vicky...
Pardon me. Where have you been? I've been worried about you.
Oh, now you worry about me a lot, don't you, Mitch?
Honey, it's become my life's work. Hey, wait till you hear about my lunch with Dorian. When I left her, she was on her way to Landfair to take Vicky down to the secret room.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about it, all right?
Wait, listen. This is our ticket to your fortune, honey. Now, the best part, you're going to love this when you hear this. The best part is she was wavering on the whole thing, right? Who comes over to our table but Clint Buchanan? He jumps all over. I mean, he just blasts her. The whole restaurant can hear. Now, you know how Dorian goes for a little public humiliation, right? She couldn't wait to get out of there and get over and get Vicky. Don't you think that's great?
What the hell is going on here?
Do you want to tell him or shall I?
Vicky? Honey, are you all right?
Yes, I'm perfectly fine.
No, she is not fine. Don't you believe that for a minute.
What'd you do, take her down to Victor's secret room?
Yes. Did you know about it?
Yes, I knew about it, honey. I had these wires disconnected so nobody could go down there again. I didn't want you to have to see it. But you...
Look, there's no time for accusations now. Your wife needs psychiatric help immediately.
No, don't you listen to her. No, I want to go upstairs. I want to get away from her.
Glenn, she's turned into another person down there.
Don't you dare. You're making trouble.
I am telling the truth. How could I possibly be making something like this up?
No. This is between Dorian and me. It's not true.
It is the truth. I swear to you, Clint, by everything that's sacred. Nicole Smith is back.
Get out of here!
Back off, Dorian. This is a family matter. I want you out of here.
Clint,
Clint, I am not going to go anywhere until I am sure that you realize the gravity of this situation and that you're going to do something about it. And I'm not the only one who knows that this is true. Jenny, tell him.
I don't know what that was all about, but if you ever slap me again...
Yeah, well, you deserve to be slapped. In fact, you deserved a whole lot worse.
What has gotten into you?
Clint jumped on Dorian? Well, you know why? He practiced on me first, and it is all your fault. I can't believe you just let me walk in on that without any warning.
Warning about what?
The night we stayed at the Seaside Inn. You registered the Buchanans as having stayed there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. And I sent him a little brochure. It said, come again soon.
Yes. He thinks I did it. He asked if I'd ever been there. I didn't know I was supposed to say no.
Oh.
Look, you left me totally defenseless.
Tina, I wanted them to think that Nicky had been there with another man. You just blew the whole thing.
What, I blew it?
Yeah.
You know, everything you do just backfires right in my face, and I can't believe that you...
Better control this temper of yours, you hear?
You're hurting me.
I'll let go when you stop fighting me. All right?
Look, I've had it with this, Mitch. I've really had enough. I don't want any more of this. I just want to stop this. It's not worth it.
Oh, come on. Look, you were never little Miss Pure, and you're not now. Don't play this game with me.
It's not just this game, all right? We are hurting Vicky. We are really hurting her. We are hurting the family. We are hurting all of my family, and I've had it. I mean, you're as bad as Ted Clayton. You really are. I just can't take any more of this. You know, and I'm really starting to think that you have absolutely no feelings. But, you know, I do, and I am putting an end to this. I want to get into that car, and I want to drive back to California and just try and forget once and for all that I ever found out that I was Victor Lord's daughter.
Well, Clint yelled at you, said this is the brilliant decision you came up with, right?
Yes. I was thinking about how my mother would feel about me. You know, she would be really ashamed of me, and she'd have every right to be. I don't know, I may look just like my mother, but we were a lot different. Just on the inside, she would never, ever do anything to hurt anybody, especially not Vicky. No, she'd try to help her. That's the story.
Tina, we have been through this, Lord knows how many times, and that was no pun intended there, but I guess I'm going to have to tell you again. Look, Vicky is the one who started all this, right? She started it by refusing to believe the truth. Now, we can't let you give up everything because she can't face her father's shortcomings. Now, I know you want to protect your mother's values and her idealism, and I think that's really admirable. But while you're protecting your mother, she is protecting the man who seduced your mother. The man who denied your very existence, Teen.
No, that's not quite true.
Oh, yeah, right. You know, right before he died, he changed his tune because he didn't want to pay the piper. Well, actually, that's tough, right? What about your life? What about your right to the Lord name?
I know all that, all right? This isn't the way to do it.
Honey, it's the only way to do it. And when we're talking about your mother, don't you think your mother would want you to fight for this? Now, if you don't want to do it for yourself and you don't want to do it for me, do it for her. Look, Victor Lord denied her the same way Vicky's denying you.
She never fought for my name or my inheritance.
Maybe she was ashamed. Maybe she was afraid of him. Maybe she called him and asked him to help and he refused. Honey, he didn't want you. He had all the children he wanted. You were just a nuisance to him. You were like a fly in his soup or something.
Stop. I don't want to hear that, okay?
Honey, Daddy didn't care about you. He dumped your mama and he dumped you.
Look, he's my father. He can't be all that bad.
But you think if he was here, he would have any love for you?
I don't know. I'd like to think that maybe he would.
Honey, he owned up to you at the end just because he had a guilty conscience. Now it's up to you, all these years later, to take what is yours, to take the Lord's name, and to take your share of the fortune. Sweetie. I know.
I hate all this.
Sweetheart. sweetheart. Just the same way that your father didn't have any love for you, you gotta know that Vicky's never gonna have any love for you either. That's something you're just gonna have to face. But somebody does have love for you. Somebody who's right here with you. Right here. I got all the love you need. Okay? Jenny, is this true?
Don't talk about me as if I weren't in the room. As if I weren't telling the truth.
Vicky, please. Come on, why are you doing this to yourself? You know very well what happened down there. I showed her the room, and she wouldn't believe that her father built it, that he was leading a secret life down there. But then she started to believe it, and that's when she panicked, and she got hysterical, and that's when she turned into Nicole Smith. I didn't know what to do. She didn't know who I was. She wanted to know why I brought her to the room. Please don't listen to her, please. I'm not crazy, really. Please don't send me away. Don't take my children from me, please. Jenny, please help me, Jenny. Help me. Vicky, I can't do that. For your own sake, you've got to feel clean. No, I can't. He loves you, and we all love you, and nobody is going to send you away, and nobody is going to take the boys from you. Please don't betray me now, please.
I'm not betraying you.
That would have been all right. You never had to know.
I'm so sorry I showed you that room. But I really had no idea that seeing it and finding out about your father would do this to you.
Well, let's go upstairs and lie down.
Yes, that's a very good idea. You can talk to Clint later.
Did you hear it? Sweetheart?
Sweetheart? Who are you calling sweetheart? What is this? Why you brought me now? You brought me out of one stupid room and into another. Come on. What is this, your house, Jenny? Who's this guy? Nicole. What? Will you stop hounding me? Vicky. I am not Vicky. I'm Nikki. No, you are not Nikki Smith. You are Vicky Buchanan, and this is your home. I never been in this man in my life. Is your husband. My husband? Cut to that. No, you listen to me. Now you listen to me, Vicky. You are not leaving here because this is where you belong. Do you hear me? Not as Nicole Smith, as Vicky. Vicky Buchanan. And we love Vicky Buchanan, and we want her back. Do you hear me? Do you hear me, Vicky? Do you hear me? You are Vicky Buchanan, Vicky. Nick? Yes. It's all right. All right. Clint is right here. He's right here. He's right here. Come on. He's right here.
Let's go upstairs and lie down. Come on.
Oh, my God, this is... I got so scared down there. I didn't know what to do. How long has this been happening?
I don't know.
Why hasn't she gotten help?
Dorian, if she was able to think rationally, she wouldn't be experiencing a dual personality, would she?
Yeah, I guess that's true enough. Well, at least Clint knows now.
What is in that room?
Why don't you go down there and see for yourself? Victor built that room for a side of himself that was not a very nice man. And once you see it, you will have no doubts at all that he seduced Tina's mother. That is where Tina found the letter from Victor.
And why did you take her down there?
Yeah. It was a booby trap, wasn't it? Of course, Tina must have known all along about Vicky's condition.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Yes, of course. She told me that if I didn't show Vicky the room, if I didn't make Vicky see the truth about Victor, that she would drag Vicky through the courts and that the whole world would find out about the man that Victor Ward really was. But of course, she knew how Vicky would react to that room. In fact, she was counting on it. I will take care of Tina. You take care of Vicky. Never knew I could feel so sorry for anybody.
Forgive me for what I've done, for what I've become.
Honey, there's nothing to forgive. You didn't become ill on purpose.
But I failed you.
No, you didn't fail me. You didn't fail me, and I want you to stop thinking along those lines.
I'm so ashamed.
Honey, I want you to strike that word right out of your vocabulary. Shame has nothing to do with this. As little as I understand about all of this, at least I know now why you couldn't tell me.
I didn't realize it myself at first, you know. It wasn't until one night when I found myself all alone on the street in that storm. And I didn't know how it got there. And you were in Arizona. And I went screaming to Jenny for help. And then I started to see the signs. I saw the signs of Mickey. And I got so terrified.
Of course you did. Of course.
Please, don't be angry with Jenny. She wanted me to tell you, and she wanted me to go see Dr. Polk, but I really did think I could get better all by myself, just with her help, and that nobody else would ever have to know.
And didn't you realize that my love for you was not going to be affected by any illness?
I'm still not sure about that.
Sweet.
Listen to me. I don't know how long this is going to go on. I was supposedly cured years ago, and I was told there would never be a reoccurrence of Nikki Smith. And now she's back, and she's stronger than ever.
Jenny got rid of her, honey. You realize that? Jenny scared her, and she just went away.
But when I get scared, I retreat into Nicky.
It always has something to do with your father. Damn, I just can't believe that Dorian took you down into that room.
You said you knew about it.
Yes, I accidentally discovered it, honey, and that's supposedly where Tina found that letter. But I had an electrician disconnect the wires so no one would ever get back in, and somehow Tina must have had it hooked up again.
Why is Tina so vicious?
Oh, I should have told you about the room. I almost did, but it's Tina that pointed out how much it would upset you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It was Tina that got Dorian to take me there.
Well, there's a lot of things that don't add up. But, honey, at least the truth is out now. And together we can deal with it.
Dorian. My illness will be all over this whole town tomorrow.
No, I don't believe that, honey. Dorian came through for you tonight.
She did, didn't she?
Yes. She was genuinely concerned and genuinely frightened. I just can't believe that she would use that against you.
I let you down. I know you say it's not so, but it is. I feel it. I feel like I let you down.
You have not let me down. And I'm here for you. And nobody can drive me away from you. And not Attila the Hun, and certainly not any little Nicky Smith.
But my children, my babies.
We don't even have to know.
Clint, please. Please. Don't make me go to an institution. Please.
You're not going to any institution. You're not going to any institution. But trust me. I promise you. We'll handle this. I think you better get some rest.
No. Hold me, please hold me. I love you so.
I sure hope so. You're stuck with me for life, honey. Oh, we okay now, huh?
You know, somehow I never win with you. Whatever I say, you just always talk me into something different.
Where? How about the time in California you took off in my sports car?
Oh, yeah, a lot of goodies did you. I mean, look where you are right now.
Oh, yeah, look where I am. Listen, you want to make love again before dinner or after dinner?
Oh, I think maybe before. And during.
And during.
And after.
Somebody has great timing.
Oh, it might be during.
A report from the field, hey? Just a second. Ah, good evening.
Good evening. I'm looking for Tina.
She's right in here.
Clever of me, wasn't it? Looking for her here when she wasn't in her room. Hi. Hi, Tina. Well, I thought the two of you might like to find out how things went when I showed Vicky the secret room.
Yeah, Tina and I were just wondering what happened with Vicky. Did she agree to give Tina her share when you showed her the secret room?
No. What happened? Was she upset? Not at all. She took it in stride. Great, that's the look I needed from both of you. I have my answer. You set me up. You set me up and you set Vicky up.
What are you talking about?
I am talking about Vicky's emotional illness, which both of you knew about when you asked me to show her the room.
Wait, that's not true.
Oh, yes, it is true. Stop lying to me. You must have had a lot of fun. I guess it was you who made up the scenario, huh? I mean, you thought, well, I can't show Vicky the secret room. Clint would kill me, but let Dorian do it. Clint can kill her.
So you know why I wanted you to show Vicky that room. You know the reason why.
Yeah. You didn't tell me, though, that Vicky would absolutely crack up right before my very eyes.
Did she?
Try to contain his glee.
How is she? What's happened? I mean, you make it sound like she had to be taken away or something.
She's gonna get healthy. She's gonna be just fine with the help of her family, and I count myself among them. Vicky and I have had our differences. I've hated her. And that's what you were counting on, wasn't it? You were counting on the fact that I would enjoy seeing her reduced to such a pathetic state.
How can you think that of me? I wouldn't do that.
Shut up. Just shut up. I want you to go to court so that I can go to court too. I will stand right by Vicky's side, and I'll call you a liar and a cheat and a conniving little witch that doesn't deserve a penny of the Lord money, let alone the Lord name.
No, you don't mean that.
Believe it. You're going to be very sorry that you made an enemy out of me.
What happened is exactly what I wanted to happen. This is great.
I don't understand this.
Look, I was betting everything that Vicky would flip out in front of Dorian. Now that she has, it can't be denied, right?
I can't believe
Look, she's going to have treatment now. And now, under oath, Dorian's going to have to say that, yes, she flipped out, and yes, Nikki Smith is back. Now, all we got to do is whip out the document from Victor stating that you get everything if she flips out again. And we got it, babe. So give me a hug. Come here.
Don't you touch me. I don't want you anywhere near me. I was right. You have no feelings at all. All you have is grief.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious. I am putting an end to this. I'm just going to stop this. I can't deal with this anymore. No.
How long are you going to scream like this before we get through this?
But I tell you, I don't want any of it. I don't want the inheritance. I don't want the money. I don't want the name. I don't want any of it. I just want to forget the whole deal. It's not worth hurting Vicky like this.
Calm down, you're losing it.
No, you are not going to change my mind this time. And I'm going to hope that somewhere down the line, Vicky is going to forgive me. Especially for ever telling you where I was.
I think this time she needs it, buddy. You have to work on your own for a while, then you get her back.
I almost forgot something. What? When we went to look at the figurine, Dorian held the...
You have to work on your own for a while, then you get her back.
I almost forgot something. What? When we went to look at the figurine, Dorian pulled the lever the opposite direction. The whole door opened up.
What was in it?
It was gone. She said she thought it was Victor's.
What did Dorian do with it?
She just left it in the door.
That's probably not important.
To save it.
Let's promise ourselves that the next 24 years will be just like the last 24 hours.
What will Clint say? I can't go on like this. I want a separation. Or this Buchanan will not negotiate better terms. To play this exciting game, send a postcard with your name, address...
No, boy. Can we get an extra ticket?
There are certain realities about my father and myself that I simply refuse to deal with now. I lay awake last night thinking about this session and the ones to come, and I don't want this treatment to go on for months and months because of my family. But I do think that I can face some of these realities with your help, and so I would like to confront them head on.
Now, Victoria, look, if your need to hide is such that you want to split off into another personality, I mean, I don't...
But it's not a conscious choice of mine, you see. So anyway, I was thinking that if we could conduct the treatment down in that private room of my father's, then I wouldn't be able to hide anymore, would I?
Well, secret, you slipped into Nikki without your usual props.
But if it happened again, you would be there with me. You could help me. And you could talk to Nikki. You could find out what she does and where she goes.
And what? Obviously something you want to know from her.
Dr. Polk, I'm so afraid that she's having a relationship with somebody and that I'm betraying my husband.
Do you really want an answer to that?
No, but I have to find out, don't I?
Well, I don't really know what good it would do you. In fact, at this point, it might be very detrimental.
Then you think it's possible?
I didn't say that.
Dr. Polk, I love my husband so much. I can't bear the thought that I might, well, that Nicky might...
Nicky, not you. Now, would your husband understand if it were true?
He says he would. I think it would be so painful for him.
Would it change your relationship?
Oh, I don't know. I'm so afraid of driving him away, and he says that that's irrational. I must say he's been wonderful since he found out the truth. He's a wonderful man.
Yes, I saw that talking to him. You know, your two husbands are very quite the opposite of your father. Clip, is very much like Joe Riley.
Yes, I know. They're both very down to earth and no pretensions and no nonsense. Neither one of them would say one thing and do another.
As opposed to your father.
Apparently, yes. I have to tell you that what I saw of that room back there behind the bookcase is pretty much gone now.
You blanked it out?
I guess I must have. I mean, I became Nicky right in front of Dorian just to get away from it, didn't I? And now it's as if fog has rolled in and the whole thing has a dreamlike quality in my mind.
Are you sure, Vicky, you want to go back in there again? Remove that fog, see the room, and find out the way your father was.
Yeah. These wires have been spliced back together, but somebody who knew what they were doing.
Well, that eliminates Tina. When she was living with me, she didn't know how to change a light bulb.
Yeah, Brad knows something about electricity, though, doesn't he?
Brad?
Yeah, Tina admitted to me that Brad found out about that secret room.
How did that happen?
When he was doing that photo layout here at Landford, he walked in one day when she was walking out of the secret room. I'll bet he did this for her.
Okay, so now we've got Tina, Brad, and Dorian all knowing about it. None of them are capable of keeping their mouths shut, except for maybe Dorian just doesn't want the publicity.
Mm-hmm. And what about Brad? Should I talk to him or should you?
I think we ought to leave it alone, I really do. I don't want to arouse his suspicions, make him think that the room is any more important than it is.
Good point. Well, I'm going to get that electrician back out here and have him do his job right, so nobody can fix it.
Coming back to me now. How you psychiatrists are in the business of asking hard questions we can't ask ourselves.
Are you avoiding the answer?
Yes, I probably am. Do I want to go into that room again? Do I want to face what it says about my father? No, I absolutely do not. That's what my insides say, but my head up here says that I cannot continue to deny what he really was.
Such as the father of Tina Clayton.
No, he was not that tramp's father. He did not seduce my friend. Dear God in heaven, not a second's hesitation before I yelled at you. It is so ingrained in me to defend him.
And quite possibly block out the truth.
Dr. Polk, I really have to go into that room again. No matter how afraid I might be, no matter how much I hate that it exists, I have to start there.
All right, Victoria. All right. But perhaps we'll stay just a few moments.
Okay. I think this is how Dorian did it. After you, Dr. Polk.
My father valued his privacy so much. He hated to be interrupted when he was reading or listening to music. Possibly he had this room built so he wouldn't be interrupted or wouldn't have telephones bothering him.
Yeah, possibly, but why would he have these monitors installed in here?
My father was not a voyeur. I will never believe it. I won't.
Why are they here?
I don't know. I'm positive he never used them, though.
What kind of files did he keep in this desk?
I haven't looked. According to Dorian, they are correspondence with some sort of women. And she says, although I doubt it very much, that the tape is phone calls. Also, this room supposedly is where Tina found the letter saying that he's her father.
Mm-hmm. Well, Victoria, as I remember, you didn't seem to have too much trouble accepting Tony as Victor's son. What's the difference with Tina? Just because you don't like her?
I used to like her. It's the idea that Irene and my father could have...
Tell me about Irene. Yeah, what kind of a woman was she? Was she the kind that flirted easily? That was prone to seducing men?
No. She was such an innocent. We both were. We'd have dates and giggle about them, for heaven's sakes. I mean, we were 19. We acted like 13.
Was she around the house a lot?
Oh, yes. She lived here that whole summer. We were both interns at the Banner that summer.
Then she must have spent a lot of time with your father, right?
He was not interested in her, nor any other teenager. Believe me, please.
Victoria, I think the reason why you've had Nicky come back as a safe haven for you is because you're blotting out the memory of your father and Irene. Yeah, there was an event, a certain night or day when you discovered an affair. Sure, you knew they were in bed.
No, please don't. I'm getting close.
Irene walked into this house and your father saw her. Now, what was his reaction? Do you remember?
Yes, actually, I do. I remember that whole day very clearly. The chauffeur picked us up at the train station, Irene and me. And Father was here when we got back home. And he gave me a big hug. He was very happy to see me. And then he made some comment about the fact that I was wearing too much makeup.
Oh, well, did that hurt you?
It probably did. The slightest criticism from him usually did hurt.
What was his reaction to Irene? Familiar? Warm?
He said he was pleased, delighted that she was a house guest. He told her she looked beautiful. It's funny that I would remember that.
No, not at all, no. Tell me, did you notice anything unusual about the way when he talked to her, when he looked at her, how he treated her?
Please, Dr. Polk, don't do it, please.
Vicky, you must continue. What do you refuse to remember?
Vicky and Dr. Polk aren't in here. They must be in the study.
Wonder how it's going.
I don't know. I don't know enough about this kind of thing to even venture a guess. Funny, I've never put much stock in psychiatrists, and now here I am with my future kind of resting on one.
Vicky is determined to get well, and that's going to help a lot.
Yeah.
How did Asa do with the boys?
Fine. When I left, they were unpacking their toys and turning his living room into a playpen. And jabbering at him about, when do we get to ride the pony,
Let's make him feel great.
Mm. He seems to have Mimi King on his mind an awful lot. He's planning a big party for her.
Huh. Oh, he must be lonely since Becky's left.
Oh. Yeah. Well, we should be sitting down with Tina about now.
What do you mean?
I asked him to have a talk with her. See if she'd go along with this cover story about Vicky for the time being. What the odds are of that, but...
A little you've told me, it sounds like a very brutal session.
Yeah, it was. I must say we didn't waste any time getting to the heart of the matter, but of course that's what I wanted.
It took a lot of courage to have your session down there.
Jenny, it's amazing how hard I still fought to escape what was right in front of my eyes. My mind is so ferocious on the subject of my father. Dr. Polk thinks that I'm blocking out a certain memory of my father and Irene. He thinks that I really know that they went to bed.
Did you talk about that?
No, I got so upset and so anxious, and then it was time for the session to end.
At any point did you feel that Nikki was taking over?
Yeah, once. It was just for a minute, but I could feel that letting go in my mind. And then I heard Dr. Polk's voice. I guess it was his voice that pulled me back.
Good. I think you've made a lot of progress in one day.
Good, I hope so. I'll take care of it. Hi.
Hi. Jenny, I thought I saw you up here on the terrace. Hi, Vicky.
Harry, hi. I'm sorry I can't ask you to come in.
She has a virus, and it's very contagious.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
she really can't see anybody.
Yeah, I just wanted to give her the quarterly report from Lord Manning. Is Clint around?
No, he's having dinner with his father.
Okay. Vicky, get well soon.
Oh, thank you. Give my best to you girls.
Bye.
Jenny. Yes. That nightmare that I had that I told you about. I just realized Harry was in that nightmare. Why?
Fine.
Good to see you, Jenny.
You too.
Yesterday's session went extremely well, and I'm glad that both of you are here because I want to talk to you first before I see Vicky. Vicky is a fighter. She's determined to get well. And that's a big part of the battle. But what lies ahead may be very painful. And I want you to both to be aware of that.
Dr. Polk, since it all went so well yesterday, and since we did take a big risk, and it worked, I would like to take another risk today. I would like to try something even more direct, and something that might very well be quite dangerous.
You think we've taken enough risks?
Well, no, this one, it worked very well yesterday, didn't it?
But you don't have to get carried away.
No, I was considering this all night. And this is what I'd like to try. Hypnosis.
Do you know what you're asking?
Yes. Yes, I do, but I am so determined to do whatever is necessary to get rid of Nikki for once and for all.
Victoria, I give you a great deal of credit for suggesting it, and you're right about one thing, yes. Hypnosis can be very effective under certain circumstances, but in the case of multiple personalities, it could be a drawback. It could backfire. Yes, I mean, it could result in developing, well, even more personalities.
Oh, so it's no.
Well, for future therapy, it might be just fine, but for right now, I don't think you need that.
Well, I mean, what are we going to do then?
We had a major gain yesterday. Let us sink in. Now we'll go a bit further. But we can't rush into things.
Sweetheart, you have done beautifully. We're all proud of you, man. Just don't let yourself be disappointed.
Oh, I'm sick of being a burden on you and on Jenny.
You're not, and the last thing you need right now is guilt.
Okay, I will do exactly what the doctor says, all right? Where are we going to have the session today?
Well, I think it should be in a place where you're most comfortable and most at home.
Okay. I think it should be our bedroom.
Fine. Let's go.
Excuse us.
Oh, sweetheart. What? I have to take care of some things at the Banner. Jenny will stay.
Okay. I'll see you later.
You bet.
I'm so sorry, Jenny. Thank you. Maybe one day you can come here as a friend instead of a babysitter.
It is friendship, either way.
Well, shall we? She's gonna be okay.
Let's start where we were yesterday. The day your father saw Irene when you brought her home with you from that college.
Yes. He told her she looked very beautiful.
And he said you were wearing too much makeup.
That's right.
Well, what troubles you about that?
I was hurt. I felt really degraded because he would praise my friend and he treated me as if I didn't even exist.
Why do you think he did a thing like that?
I don't know.
Were you wearing too much makeup?
No. I almost never wore any makeup at all. Oh, wait, then there's something else.
What is it?
I don't know. I can't remember. It's gone. It's blocked somehow.
Well, was there something about the way your father treated you?
No, it was Irene.
The way he treated her?
The way he looked at her.
Well, how? Describe it.
It was the look I saw in his face. No, I thought I saw it.
What?
It was something so frightening. No, it's gone. I can't remember it. I can't.
Keep trying.
No, I don't want to try anymore. I'm afraid now.
Why?
Because we're getting too close. Because I know she's going to stop me.
Nikki?
Yes. She doesn't want me to see it. She doesn't want me to. And when I get too close, then I think she's going to come out again now.
You're much stronger than she is.
No, I can't get that. I can't when I'm this close. I can't.
Stop being afraid of her.
I can't. I feel her coming out.
You fought her before.
No,
Now fight her again.
Please, I can't.
To me. Prove it to me.
I can't.
Now keep searching. Try to remember. As hard as you can.
Jenny?
I didn't realize you'd be back so soon.
I just had to touch base with the city desk about some features we're planning. Is Dr. Polk still with Vicky?
Yeah. No, I was just remembering all the good times I've had here with the two of you. Swimming parties and lunch out at the garden and a birthday party for the boys. You know what the most memorable thing about it is?
What?
Vicky herself. She was always the center of attention, not because she wanted to be. It was just because everybody expected that of her. She always had so much strength for everybody else. I'm sure she's going to have enough strength for herself right now.
Yeah, but if she doesn't pull through this therapy.
Clarence, come on, you can't think that way.
I know, but it's a possibility. And as much as I hate the thought of it, it's got to be faced. You know what the only other option is, don't you?
Continuous treatment in an institution.
Yes, and I promised her that would never happen. If she could only come to grips with the possibility that Victor Lord could be Tina's father.
Do you believe that?
I think maybe Vicky even believes it deep down. But something Something about it frightens her. You know, maybe Victor Lord and Irene weren't lovers at all. I mean, I never knew the man, so I don't know what he was capable of or what he wasn't capable of, but maybe he seduced Irene. Hell, maybe even raped her.
Do you think somewhere that Vicky knows that too?
Maybe that's exactly what she's having trouble facing right now.
What about the look on your father's face?
Oh. It wasn't a look. It wasn't a look. It was a... No, it was a feeling. It was a feeling I had. That something awful what was happening. I don't know what it was.
Have you ever had feelings like this before?
Yes.
When?
Once. I came home from the Banner early. My father wasn't expecting me, and he was surprised to see me. And he told me to go to the market. I never went to the market. He told me he wanted special things for dinner, and I was to go immediately and get them.
Did you?
Of course I did. I always did everything he wanted me to do. I went to the market, I got everything he wanted, and I was very pleased, and I came home, and he wasn't there. He wasn't around.
Where was he?
He was somewhere in the house. I don't know where he was.
Well, what did you do then?
I went to the library. I went to the desk. There were papers. There were papers on the desk. They had to do with the Banner, and I found a mistake in them. And I was very pleased that I found the mistake. And I wanted to show it to him, and so I went to look for him again. And, that's when I started getting that awful feeling.
Something that was very wrong.
Yes. I couldn't find him in the house. I looked in every room, but the house was so empty, and there wasn't anybody there. I couldn't find Irene either, and I went to the second floor.
And what happened?
I can't. I can't.
Now, Vicky, keep going. Tell me what happened.
I thought he was in his room, and I went to his door. It was closed, and I put my hand on the doorknob.
Go ahead.
I can't remember.
Right at the door. Now open it.
Oh, no.
Now, what did you see? Tell me what you saw.
Oh, God, I'm going to be sick. I feel Nikki's taking over. She's coming.
No, she isn't.
I can't keep her away. I can't keep her away.
Now, you can stop her. Go ahead and stop her, Vicky. Now, you are Victoria Buchanan. Victoria Buchanan, you're much stronger than she is. Now tell me who you are. Vicky! Who are you?
I'm Vicky. I am Victoria. I'm Vicky. I'm Vicky. I'm Vicky. I'm...
Relax. It's over. Sit down. Sit down. Good.
Now, we're not going to talk anymore right now. Just put it all out of your mind. There. Now we'll try again tomorrow, all right?
And Joey told me about the new ponies that Grandpa Ace bought for about the 100th time. The boys were sure excited.
Do you think they're all right being away from home?
Now, sweetheart, what's wrong with a couple kids spending some time with Grandpa? The worst thing that could possibly happen is he's going to spoil them rotten.
Yeah, I guess that's what grandparents are for, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, I miss them so much. You know, sweetheart, I determined that there's one thing that I have to do, no matter what my condition, no matter what it takes. I'm going to make a very happy and a normal life for those children. And I'm not going to let them see this confusion and this weakness in me ever. Just the thought of it makes me work even harder to get well.
And you have been working hard.
Yeah.
You seemed so exhausted when you came down from your session this afternoon.
It was very hard. I hadn't really wanted to talk about it.
I don't expect you to.
Dr. Polk seems to think that it was a good session, though. And I think that I'm probably very close to some very important revelation.
Sweetheart, just don't go any faster than what's healthy, okay?
No, Dr. Polk, I think he knows my limits. He stopped me from becoming Nikki once today, and of course that's a good sign. But Clint, the time is going to come when I'm going to have to remember everything that I'm blocking. And that's going to be a trying time for me. And it probably won't be very easy for you either.
I'll be right here for you. I will always be right here for you. And don't you forget it.
No, I won't forget it, and I know it, but I sure do love to hear it. It makes it seems to give me the strength that I need to deal with whatever's in my subconscious. You know, in a way, I'm very glad that you all talked me out of that hypnosis today, because I want to face whatever this is when I'm completely awake. I know I can do it, and I will do it. And when I do it, it'll be for those children. And it'll be for Dr. Polk and for Jenny, too. But more than anything in the world, it'll be for you. Because I love you so much.
And I love you. In fact, I even love you more. I'm bigger than you are. What do you say we go to bed?
There. Let's go.
Victor.
Vicky, stop it. Stop it. Don't let this happen. Vicky, you're not Nicole.
Oh, no. Ah! Oh! Oh, Clint. This is where it happens. This is where I change. Right here, right in my room. Oh, good Lord. Oh, Clint, what am I going to do? How am I ever going to stop it?
You better?
I had this terrible dream. I thought it was a dream, but suddenly I was right here, and you were shaking me. Oh, Clint. This is where she keeps her things.
Let it go, honey. Let it go.
I can't. This trunk. I've looked at it so many times. And I always said it was just filled with old things, but there must have been something inside me that knew there was something here I didn't want to see.
Hey, come on, let's get out of here.
I couldn't get it out of my mind. I called a locksmith because I couldn't find the key for it. You were here then he came.
I remember.
But Jenny talked me out of opening it because she was afraid for me. And she was right. I don't want her here. I don't want her in my house. I don't want her in my room. I don't want her. I want to destroy her. I want to destroy her. I have to.
No, not like this.
Please.
It might be a mistake.
Why?
I don't know, but tomorrow when you see Dr. Pope, I want you to show him all these things and let him tell you what to do.
But I know what to do. I want her gone.
I don't know what kind of a risk you're taking, honey, and neither do I.
I hate her.
Honey, what if she came back?
Oh, no.
What if she came back and she was looking for her things and she couldn't find them?
Then she'll go away.
We don't know that. What if she came back? What if she came back, honey? I mean, will she go away? Will she let you reemerge, or would she become enraged? Would she become angry, and would that anger just make her stronger?
Is that possible?
I don't know, but I don't want to take any chances. That's why you've got to wait and talk to Dr. Polk.
I'll wait. I'll wait. Oh, honey. Who is she? What does she want?
She wants to be a person, I guess, her own self.
But who's that self? Where does she go? What does she do? Does she have any friends? Does anyone care about her? When she disappears, does anyone worry about her?
Nobody knows the answers to those questions yet. And maybe they never will. But I don't even care. And I don't care about Nicole Smith. I only care about my Vicky, honey. You're the only one that matters to me.
Do you really mean that? Or are you afraid of finding out something? The same thing that scares me so.
Why don't you try and forget it for now?
I can't, Clint.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Come on, let's go back to bed, and I'll hold you real tight till you go to sleep. I mean, I can work in the library here at the house.
No, you go on. Briggs needs you at the paper. And I'm fine. Last night seems very, very far away. Besides, I just called Jenny a little while ago. She'll be here in a few minutes.
Are you sure?
I'm quite positive. Sweetheart, as strange as it may seem, I'm almost grateful for what happened last night. I feel like I'm one step closer to beating Nikki, beating this whole problem.
Well, will you just take your time? Not rush things?
I do want to get it over with just as fast as possible. But I don't think I'm as frightened anymore. I think now that I know where her things are, that they're in that trunk in the closet, maybe they're gone from her forever. At any rate, they will be when I burn them.
No, wait a minute. I thought we agreed that you wouldn't do anything until you talked to Dr. Polk today.
I won't do anything. I promise you. I'll wait.
Well, Jenny, come on in. You have a good day.
Thank you, darling.
Take care. Okay. I'm going to stop by Ace's and see the boys before I go to the band.
Give them hugs and kisses from me, will you?
I will do that, and I will probably bring back a bunch, too.
Good. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye. Bye, Jenny.
See you later. Hi. Something happened last night, didn't it? Did Nikki come out?
She tried, yes. But thank God Clint stopped her. Oh, Jenny, I found myself in the middle of the night standing in my closet with that trunk wide open. I didn't even know where it was at first. And then suddenly I realized that in one hand I was holding a dress I'd never seen before, and in the other hand I was holding Nikki's wig. Jenny, they've been there all that time. And you knew it, didn't you? Yes. Why didn't you tell me?
Trunk, Vicki, I honestly didn't know what to do. My first instinct was to empty it, to hide the wig and the dresses so that you would never find them again.
If it were up to me, I would burn the whole thing. But Clint thinks that that's too dangerous. He seems to feel that if Nikki were to come back and started looking for her clothes and couldn't find them, then she'd get very angry.
Dr. Polk told me practically the same thing, and he didn't think it was wise if I showed you those things. He thought at that point in time, maybe you couldn't handle it.
I don't know if I can handle it now. It makes me so sick, the thought that those things are there.
All right, maybe we can change Dr. Polk's mind.
But we haven't even made any kind of a breakthrough at all.
Yes, you have, and you will continue to.
Jenny. Last night, I turned into Nikki right here in my room with my husband asleep in the bed next to me.
You cannot let yourself get discouraged now. Not right now, because you are going to play right into Nikki's hands.
But the longer it takes...
You are going to start gaining control.
Oh, Jenny, you know what I'm so afraid of. Jenny, I am petrified that she's having an affair with somebody. And that she's using my body to make me be unfaithful to my husband.
It doesn't matter what Nikki does.
But it does to me!
You have got to fight this, and you've got to fight it very hard. You've got to find the strength in yourself, and don't let her come out again.
Oh, Jenny, I can't. I can't until I know the truth. Look, if there is somebody who cares about Nikki, who sleeps with her, I have to find him. He's as much her victim as I am, and he deserves to know the truth.
No, Vicki, there is no way that we can do that.
Yes, there is. But you have to help me. How? Jenny, the one place we know that Nikki goes to is the back street, right? Well, I want to put on one of Nikki's dresses, and I want to put on her wig, and I want to go to the back street as Nikki Smith.
Come on. No, it's too dangerous.
Jenny, I want to try it.
No, you listen to me. You cannot go to the back street as Nikki.
But if you're with me, I'll be fine.
No, that wouldn't make any difference. Don't you understand what could happen? Nikki could gain control, real control.
How? I would be using her. I'd be playing at her own game.
You can't play at her game, Vicki. You can't do that. Because you are her enemy. And if you go masquerading as Nikki, she could see that as a sign of weakness. And then she could become so strong that she could lock into your body forever.
But then what am I going to do? I feel so helpless.
You're not. You are not helpless. You have got your own strength. And you're going to beat this. You are. And you've got Dr. Polk, and you've got me, and you've got Clint to back you up.
Well, Clint is the one I'm most worried about. Look, Jenny, it's all very well for you to say it doesn't matter what Nikki has done, and if she's having an affair, that I'm not to blame.
You are not. You aren't to blame.
Jenny, please. This is going to hang like a shadow over our whole marriage forever. Look, if I finally get cured, even then, if I don't know for sure that Nikki...
If Nikki did sleep with a man, Clint is not going to hold that against you. Clint loves you. He loves you so much. You know that, and he understands your illness. And nothing that Nicky does, he is not going to hold you responsible for that.
But I need to know. Jenny, I need to know that nothing happened. And if I find out differently, then I have to deal with it. But I cannot spend the rest of my life wondering.
You listen to me. Your first priority right now is to be cured. You have got to fight her so that she never comes back.
What do I do about her things?
We will tell Dr. Polk everything, and he will make the decision.
It seems I have to depend on everybody but myself.
No, that's not true. Because you are the one that has to fight her. You have to fight her so that Nicky never, ever comes back again.
I miss Mommy. I miss you too, Daddy. When are we going home?
When are you going home? You guys just got here. Besides, Grandpa's got some big plans for you. And staying here with him's kind of a big treat, isn't it? Wasn't that a brand spanking new swing set I saw in the backyard? Huh?
Yeah.
Well,
Come on, Joey. Let's go swing.
all right, I'll come push you before I go to work.
They're fine boys, Clint.
Yeah.
Vicky must miss him.
Every minute.
How's she doing?
Well, it's slow, Pa. I mean, there's no easy cure, you know.
You got problems?
Well, as a matter of fact, I almost had one last night. It was all I could do to keep her from turning into Nicky.
Damn.
I don't know, Pa. Might be quite a while before those boys can come home.
They're always welcome here.
Yeah, but I can't keep giving them excuses forever, and it wouldn't be fair to saddle you with them all summer if it takes that long, you know.
Hey, you hear any complaining?
Nevertheless, I'm going to check into some summer camps near here for August, and if Vicky's not okay by then, I'm going to have to see about a boarding school.
I would like to shoot one by you, son. Vicky has big problems. You two are trying a do-it-yourself cure.
Pa, don't even try to talk to me now about hospitalizing her.
Clint, you're going to have to get your head out of the sand. Vicky needs constant care and treatment. I don't like it either. But the only place she's going to get it is in an institution.
Forget it, Pa. I'm not going to turn my back on my wife.
Take some stuff over to the kids in their summer house, and I called the Banner to find out how Vicky was doing. Joanne said she's not feeling so well lately.
A bad virus.
But I'm much better now.
Vicky,
Hi,
what
Harry.
was wrong?
Just a really bad flu.
I'm sorry.
That's all. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Come here.
And Laurel?
Oh, great. 24 hours a day. She's terrific.
Oh, good.
Listen, I passed the newsstand this morning. I saw a copy of the National Intruder. I suppose this is just another case where they twisted the facts. But, Clint, you didn't really hit Tina, did you?
I didn't hit Tina. I pushed her. And that fellow that calls himself a reporter for the National Intruder, Dean Stella, he happened to be at the back street.
It happened. I would think it was more a case of Tina staging the whole event, wouldn't you?
I never thought of that, but now that you mention it, honey, she did seem to make a real point out of provoking me.
Well, you're not letting this bother you, are you, Vicky?
No, I'm doing my very best to ignore Tina these days. Besides, I think that anyone who pays any attention to the National Intruder doesn't really have any brains.
Amen.
Sit down, please.
Thank you.
Are you or has Danny and the kids, have they settled into their summer house?
Well, as a matter of fact, they're in the process of it, but I have a shocker for you.
What?
The name of the house they rented? Timberdark. Ivan Kipling's old haunt, remember?
Larry.
Of course we remember.
That must be so strange for you.
Well, strange, yeah, but my initial reaction was absolute terror.
I can imagine.
All seems as if that whole thing happened just yesterday. But the man's dead, so.
Well, you still can't feel comfortable about visiting the place, okay?
No way. But Ed Hall checked the place out. I mean, he had the same reaction as I did, and he checked it out. Everything is gone. It's empty. The machinery's all out of the basement. So now it's just another run-down old place. The kids are fixing it up in return for the low rent. And I better get going.
Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, you get well. And after that, I want you guys to come over and have dinner or something. We haven't seen enough of you two.
Same here. Love to Laurel.
Thank you. We'll do. You stay here. I know the way out.
Bye,
okay.
Susan.
Bye.
Bye, Larry. I'm sorry about not mentioning that little altercation with Tina to you. I didn't want to upset you, huh?
It's all right, I understand.
I should have figured that Dean Stella would go ahead and write that thing up. I imagine half the town now thinks that Clint Buchanan just beat up on poor defenseless little Tina.
Come on, believe me, I know how angry Tina can make you. Besides, you do have that infamous Buchanan temper.
You got no idea what it took to keep her really laying into her, honey. I mean, I came that close from wringing her neck. But instead, I got up from the table and I pushed her other way and I left.
Do you think that Asa could use this as an excuse to bar her from the back street?
Maybe, but if he did that, knowing her like I do, she would probably just go to the police and file a complaint charging me with causing the fuss and not her.
This turmoil that I have caused here.
You?
Yes, me.
No, you didn't cause the turmoil. Tina did.
No, I did. If I really am blocking something and if my father... Well, if...
Sweetheart, look, even if Tina is your half-sister, she has been as abrasive as possible. I don't want you taking on so much guilt and blame, okay? Darling.
What? Sorry. What?
Honey, you okay?
No, I'm a nervous wreck. Dr. Polk will be here any minute.
Look, you are going to tell him about finding the clothes and the wig in the trunk last night?
Yes, I will. I don't know if he's going to want to see them. Oh, God.
Oh, wait. I'll let him in.
Okay.
I want you to remember something. I'm going to be working in the study. I'm going to be real close and loving you a whole lot, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Come on in, Doctor. Hello, Clint. Vicky's in the library. I'll be working at the house today, but I won't be bothering you at all. Thank you.
Hello, Victoria.
Hello, Dr. Polk.
How are you feeling today?
Awful. I feel so nervous and so anxious. I almost had another episode last night. And the result of it was that I found out where Nikki keeps her things. They're all in that trunk in my closet. The one that I could never find the key to.
Well, you opened the trunk and you were able to stay Vicky. That's a very good sign.
No, I wasn't. That's not what happened. I didn't become Nikki because Clint stopped me. He woke up and he found that I was not in the bed, and he found me in the closet, standing there with the trunk wide open, and he made me fight Nikki.
I see.
When I realized where I was and what had happened to me, oh, I got so upset. And I wanted to destroy everything. I wanted to destroy the clothes and that awful wig. I felt if I could do that, I could destroy Nikki, but he wanted me to wait and talk to you about it.
Well, I'd leave everything as it is.
Why?
Because I'm not sure what Nikki would do if she went for her things and they weren't there.
Could she really become more destructive?
Oh, possibly.
Oh, Dr. Polk, I want so much to believe that I could just make her disappear. I mean, I know that it's not that simple. After all, I became Nikki right in front of Dorian with absolutely nothing, didn't I?
Have you thought any more about our session yesterday?
Oh, yes. I really think that is what prompted Nikki to come out last night. Dr. Polk, I have this desperate desire just to escape. I feel like I want to get in a car. I want to drive away. I want to get in an airplane and leave.
It's a very healthy reaction. It's what most people would do in this situation. You're having escape fantasies. Yes, instead of repressing the urge or denying it, you're using Nikki as your escape route.
But I know I can't run away. I know I have to open that door to my father's room.
Then you did open that door years ago.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, you said yesterday that you put your hand on the doorknob. Now, do you remember opening it?
I must have.
The longer you block the memory, the longer Nikki's going to stay around.
I'm not doing it on purpose.
All right. Start relating the events of that day again.
Oh, no, please. No, I can't do that now.
Your father sent you shopping.
No.
Irene Manning stayed behind.
Please, I can't do that
Becky,
now, Dr.
you've
Pope,
got
please.
to. You have got to continue.
Oh. All right. I came home. My father wasn't there, and I couldn't find Irene either. I went into the library. I found the papers, and I went looking for him again. I went up to the second floor. I can't.
No.
I went to his door. I put my hand on the doorknob. I heard voices.
Whose voices were they?
I don't know.
Yes, you do, Becky. You do.
Please, we've been at this for over an hour.
You can't stop now, Becky.
But I can't remember.
Because your father was perfect? Because he wouldn't go to bed with a 19-year-old girl? I mean, he wasn't sexual. He was just father. He had no faults. He had no weakness.
Stop this! Why are you ridiculing him? Why are you making fun of me?
Oh, look at you, angry. Ready to go to war with me over father and his perfection again. Vicky, the man wanted perfection out of you because he was so incapable of it himself. Stop protecting him. It's a facade. Tear it down. He went to bed with your best friend.
He didn't.
He fathered Tina.
He didn't, and he wouldn't.
You heard voices in the bedroom. You heard his voice and Irene's voice. And you were alarmed. You put your hand on the doorknob. You turned the knob. And you looked in.
No, I didn't go in. I didn't look in. I stepped aside. I stepped away, and I walked down to the end of the hall. And I stopped there because I heard something.
Something alarmed you.
No.
Something that forced you back to that door.
No, I heard it wasn't right. I heard something awful. Oh, God!
What did you see in the bedroom, Vicky?
No!
You are seeing it now, aren't you?
Oh, they...
Who?
Irene!
Right. Who was Irene with, Vicky?
My father and Irene! They're in his bed!
Vicky, what did you do then? You saw your father and Irene in bed together.
I ran away. I was so horrified I left.
Now look, did they know you opened the door?
No.
What did you see?
Please. I don't want to talk about this now.
No. You went to the bedroom door. You opened it because you said you were alarmed about something you heard.
Oh.
Was Irene, was she crying for help? Was she trying to get away from your father?
Please, Dr. Pope, no more. Please.
Maybe there was a loving scene. Maybe was there a desire for each other mutual?
Please, I don't know. I can't remember. I don't want to remember.
No, you don't want to remember. But I believe you do.
Isn't it enough that my father and my best friend were in bed?
But you blocked what was happening in the bed.
It doesn't matter anymore.
You blocked the memory that you're giving fuel to Nicky. Don't you understand that?
I feel like I'm going to become Nicky right now.
No. You're not going to hide. You're going to face it. Only after you faced everything and you went on over Nicky. Victoria, now you have come so far. Don't stop now.
It's gone.
What is?
The room.
The bedroom, the image? The image of your father and Irene in the bed is gone?
But I know I saw it. And I know it happened. And I know that possibly Tina is my sister. Oh, Father, how could you? How could you?
He did. And you have to hang on to that fact no matter how painful. No, Vicky. There's no hiding from it anymore. Now, your father had sexual intercourse with a 19-year-old girl.
Stop, please.
You blocked the sight of it from your mind. You refuse to remember exactly what went on in your father's bed.
What difference does it make now?
Everything. To you, to your fight against Nicky. Now, face it. And all the hiding will be over. And you will have no need for Nicky again. Victoria, please, now try. Go back to the room. Face that horrifying scene you can't look at.
I can't. I feel like I'm going to explode into 1,000 pieces.
No, you won't. No, you won't. Because you're going to be whole and stable. And Nicky will be gone forever.
Tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I just can't.
Now look, was your father forcing himself on Irene?
Clint! Please, don't make me go back in there. Don't leave me alone with Dr. Polk, please.
It's going to be all right. It's all right. It's going to be all right.
I don't want to go in here.
What's going on here, Doctor?
Session's over, Clint. Your wife had an important breakthrough, a major victory today.
Well, I guess that's wonderful.
Now look, Victoria, I know it isn't easy, and you know it's painful, but surely you don't want to stop now. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't think that Vicky should be left alone today, Clint.
I thank you, Doctor. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You all right?
Hold me, please. Oh, Clint. Why are memories so painful? Why am I so afraid?
Watch the fireworks?
No. Best place to see the fireworks is right here. Did Asa take the children?
Mm-hmm.
I hope Joey doesn't get scared this year.
Well, if he does, then Kevin will laugh and Joey will get angry, and then they'll start to fight.
And Asa can straighten it out instead of us.
Grandpa Asa.
Oh, Clint, I miss the kids so much. I want them home. And I want to be fine. And I'm never, ever going to lie to them again. Lies are horrid things. They always come back to haunt you. You know, Dr. Polk said that my father demanded perfection of me because he was not capable of it. The thing is, if he hadn't pretended to be so perfect, I would never have expected it of him.
I know.
You've been very patient. You haven't asked any questions. I broke through a real barrier today. I remembered that
father and Irene. They went to bed together.
You sure of that?
I saw it. Just for a minute, but I saw them there.
Then that means Tina didn't forge that letter.
Apparently not. I don't really see much more than just an image, a static image. I don't seem to be able to put sounds to it or hear voices or see movements.
Do you feel Dr. Polk is crowding you a little too much, honey?
No, I did at the time this afternoon, but I don't now. The thing is that I have such a resistance to the truth. And yet I know that I need to know the truth. If we ever want to get Nicky out of the way. And I need to know the truth so that we can bring the children home. So that we can have a happy life again. I love you very much.
And I love you very much. And I admire you very much for all the courage you're showing in this case.
Admit it, Vicky. Your father was an old man who liked young girls.
No, he loved me and he loved Meredith.
He loved Irene in a different way.
No, he didn't.
He wanted her from the first day he saw her.
No, my father never touched her. Never.
Didn't touch her, Vicky.
Oh,
Filth!
Father.
Filth! Do not listen to this filth, Victoria.
I won't, Father, I won't.
Victor, you have already crippled your daughter with lies.
Not lies, Victoria. Believe no one but me.
I do.
See through him, Vicky.
I raise you to be strong and proud, Victoria, defiant of barbarians.
See that he lies now.
Defend me, Victoria.
He lies.
Defend the Lord name.
He lies.
Defend me, Victoria.
He lies.
Defend the Lord name.
He lies.
Defend the Lord name.
He lies.
Defend the Lord name.
Vicky?
You got him here? Vicky, are you all right? woke up. You weren't in bed. I went to the library. The panel was open. You say I frightened you? What are you doing down here anyway? Huh?
I'm not really quite sure.
What do you mean? Did you have another?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I've been aware of everything since I woke up. I had a terrible dream that woke me.
Let's get you back upstairs.
No, let me put it together. Dr. Polk was there and my father. And Dr. Polk was being very demanding, but he was being encouraging and supportive at the same time. But he was demanding that I face what my father really was. And then my father was there on the other side. And he was saying, don't listen. I can make you strong again. I can make you truly my daughter. I can make you truly a lord.
All right, come on. This room's too much for you.
No, it's not. Don't you see? This is where it had to happen. This is where his other self lived. That whole side of my father that I can't bring myself to acknowledge it.
And you came down here purposely to test yourself?
Well, isn't it about time?
No. Honey, you gotta take this slowly. You gotta go one step at a time.
But what if she won't let me? What if she comes out again?
But you're over that now.
Am I really?
Of course. Look, listen. Just listen. Huh? Do you hear anything? Do you hear any other voices? Do you sense any other presence in this room?
Believe in me after everything that's happened and after all I've done.
I'll always believe in you.
I guess I really should believe in myself a little.
Yes.
Oh, honey, I think that down here tonight, I think I've finally come to terms with it. With that memory of my father and Irene.
Look. I know what you mean, honey. You don't have to go into...
No, I think that I can finally deal with it now.
And with Nikki?
Yes. Nikki, too. Of course, that still leaves Tina, doesn't it?
Honey, let me handle that little problem.
No. I know I have to face that. But I think I know how to do it. Why don't we go upstairs? And I'll tell you. Sweetheart.
Yeah?
Tomorrow. Can we have this room sealed up?
Absolutely.
Permanently. With a brick wall or something.
Just as it is?
Yes. With everything in it. All the memories. Forever.
You go ahead, sweetheart. I'll close this up.
No, I'll wait for you. Oh, Clint. It is such a relief that I never have to see that room again.
I'll call a contractor first thing in the morning and get it taken care of.
Boy, what a 4th of July, eh? I never thought I'd find my independence down there. But I did. And I'm free.
It's time for good, honey.
Yes. As soon as I resolve the question of Tina, I'll call her in the morning.
Oh, no, what's the rush? Why do you even have to bother with her at all?
Because she's not going to let us walk away from this thing.
Fine, but now it's just a question of money, sweetheart. So why not let the attorneys handle it? They can negotiate a settlement and subject to your approval. Now, what do you say?
I'll think about it. Let's go to bed.
What, sweetheart? Senator and Mrs. Charlton.
Oh. Sorry to hear about your virus. Hope this finds you feeling better. Both Bill and Marjorie.
Good friends. Good friends.
Yes, yes. Very thoughtful, too.
Where would you like it?
Oh, why don't you put it up there? Thank you.
You're kind of dreading this meeting, aren't you, honey?
Frankly, yes, I am.
Then why put yourself through it? I can call Tina right now and head her off at the pass.
No. No, Clint, this is the last hurdle, and I have to do it, no matter how difficult it is.
Then let me at least stay here in a room with you.
No.
Not to fight your battles for you, just to lend you moral support. I mean, come on, you'd do it for me, wouldn't you?
You sure you don't mind?
Are you kidding? It will be distinct pleasure if we can settle this young lady's hash.
Honey, I'm trying very hard not to think like that.
I know, you're not vindictive, but there are times when I can be, and this is one of those times.
I am very angry, too, Clint. But if she is my sister, then I owe this to my father.
I'll hold it right there. Honey, look, at the risk of upsetting you, I just got to say this. You don't owe your father a damn thing. Now, you have spent half of your life trying to live up to your father's expectations. And even if Tina is your sister...
Then I have an obligation to her. My father's letter very specifically charged me with that responsibility.
Honey, if I may say so, your father didn't have the right to pass the buck. Now, if he wanted to take care of Tina, he should have done it before he died.
Well, you never knew my father. If you had, you would have known that he could never have...
We're in here, Tina.
Well, I see the welcoming committee is all here. So, Vicki, why did you want us all to get together here?
Tina, you look very nice.
Thank you.
Sit down, please. Would you like some coffee?
Yes, please, that would be nice.
You take it black, if I remember correctly.
That's right.
Sweetheart, would you like some more?
No, thank you.
Vicki, you're doing a very good job. If you want to keep me on edge here, I'm really trying to figure out what this is all about.
Tina, I was hoping that we could have a civilized, rational conversation.
That would be different.
Yes, it would.
You know, if you would just get that chip off your shoulder...
It's all right, Clint. It's all right. I did not ask you here to have a confrontation with you. I think we've had enough of those.
I couldn't agree with you anymore.
Good.
I mean, every time I run into a Buchanan these days, they, Did Asa tell you how he tried to throw me out of his place yesterday?
You mean the Backstreet?
Why?
Oh, you want all the gory details?
No, thank you.
Why don't we just forget about the past and concentrate on the present?
Meaning what?
Meaning that I have been considering this. And I am now prepared to acknowledge that your claim is probably valid.
You mean that Victor Lord is my father?
Yes.
You said probably.
We'll never know for sure, will we?
No, I know for sure. I know it in my heart.
Yes. I expect you do. In any case, I have no objections if you would like to take the name of Tina Lord.
I never thought I'd hear you give in on this.
Give in? She is conceding the point, Tina.
What happened to change your mind? I mean, after all this time.
It doesn't matter.
You're getting what you wanted.
Thank you.
Tina, I am going on the assumption that you are entitled to the name.
I really don't know what to say. Except that the name isn't the only part of this.
But it is the most important part, according to you, am I right?
Yes. Yes, it is. It's just that my father said that he wanted me to have my rightful share of the estate, too.
At Vicky's discretion.
Well, yes, but she admits I'm her sister and that he was my father, so...
Tina, I am not prepared to discuss finances with you.
But, Vicky, that was clearly stated in the letter.
I see. So the name is not the most important part after all. It is the money, just as I thought.
No. No, it's not the money. It's just... Look, Mitch and I are going to get married, and we could really use that money.
Congratulations.
When?
Well, he's out of town now in a couple of weeks. But when he gets back, we'll do all the planning. It's just that this is a major event in my life.
I will not be rushed.
Vicky is not going to discuss specifics.
But if she already admits that I'm her sister, then it just...
Tina, I said absolutely nothing about a settlement now.
Do you have an attorney?
Yes, I talked to Mr. Sandberg, Winslow Sandberg. I believe you know him.
Very well.
I would suggest that you ask Mr. Sandberg to call her Callison, because Vicky really prefers that any negotiations take place through a third party, subject, of course, to her approval.
Is that how you want to handle it, Vicky?
Yes.
Fine. I waited 23 years. I guess I can wait a little longer. I'm sure, though, that you'll be fair. I mean, after all, we are sisters now.
I'll see you out, Tina.
Coming along all right?
Yes, everything's just fine, Asa. Thank you. I brought you a basket of fresh raspberries. I picked them just before I left the house.
Oh, you shouldn't have gone all that trouble.
Well, consider it an act of love and gratitude.
Let me look at you. Now, that's what I like to see. Smiling face and those rosy cheeks.
Your elder son said the same thing to me as I left the house.
Sit down.
Thanks.
So things are really coming along okay, then?
Things are almost resolved, yes.
Oh, Vicky. You know how happy that makes me? We've all been thinking about you. We've been praying for you.
I know. Thank you.
Those boys of yours, I tell you, they're going to be so happy to go home.
Where are they?
Out at the stable. They ought to be back soon.
I really stopped by to tell them that we're definitely going to be bringing them home in the next couple of days, Asa.
Good.
And not a minute too soon for Grandpa, right?
Vicky, you'll never understand the joy they've given me. You have two wonderful sons.
Thank you. But I bet they've been a bit strenuous.
Now that you mention it, there's a kind of a creak I get on the back.
That's from one too many Johnny on the horse.
You know.
Their father has suffered the same symptoms, and so have I on occasion. Asa, how can I ever thank you?
For what?
For your sense of family, for taking my boys under your wing.
No thanks necessary. I did it for my pure and distinct pleasure, darling. What'd I say?
You never called me that before, darling.
Mine?
No, I don't mind. It makes me very happy.
It's about time, don't you think? You know, they call me a stubborn old mule.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with you on that.
Do you have any idea how proud I am? How proud of my son to have the sense to marry you in spite of a bull-headed old man. How proud of you for whipping this cause You have whipped it. I can tell.
Yes, Asa. I think I have. I really do.
Mommy!
Oh, children. Oh, my babies, I missed you so. Oh. He and I are going to come by and get you very soon.
When?
Well, maybe this weekend, maybe tomorrow, if Grandpa doesn't mind.
Well, I'm going to hate to see you boys go.
I know, but we want to get some time in at the ranch, too. You still want to go, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll talk to Daddy about it tonight, then. Maybe we can get Grandpa to come out and join us for a week if he can.
Oh, I tell you, I would love it if I can get away.
Don't stand on ceremony with us, Asa. If you can get away, just get on a plane and come, all right? Guys, would you go and find Kim? Tell her I have to leave.
Okay.
You know where she is, boy? Kim's in the kitchen.
Oh, Asa. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Hope you're over the virus soon. We miss you. Elwood Briggs, Joanne, and the staff of the Banner. Isn't that sweet?
It's very thoughtful.
Oh, I wish I did have something simple and uncomplicated like a virus.
Sweetheart, you are doing beautifully, and I am very, very proud of you.
I know, I just feel so odd. I mean, everybody's been so kind, and they don't really know why I'm out of commission, do they? I'll write them a thank you note today, but would you please tell them that I'm going to be back very soon?
Honey, nobody is rushing.
No, I'm rushing. I'm rushing me. Clint, the last few days I have felt so positive. I feel like I'm winning. I have faced the facts about Father and about Tina, and I've accepted the fact that Tina is my half-sister.
It's two very big steps.
I know it is, and mentally I feel I'm on solid ground, finally. And it's such a relief to be beating Nicky. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell Dr. Polk when he comes today that we can cut our sessions down to once a week.
Sweetheart, he just might think that's a little drastic.
No, I don't need to see him more than once a week. I also want to stop all this nonsense of not seeing the children. I want them home, Clint. I want us to go back to having a normal life again.
You are so positive, and I've already told you I'm very proud of you.
Why do I have the feeling you're going to try and talk me out of what I've decided now?
I just don't think you should make any rash decisions or try and rush things. No, honey, we're both very optimistic, and we've got good reasons.
You don't want the walls to come crashing in. I understand that, but why would they?
I'm not saying that they will.
No, I have accepted and faced all the terrible truth. I've even accepted Tina. I'm not destroyed or blown away, weeping in a corner. Clint, I'm back. I'm me again. I'm strong. It's wonderful.
Yes, it is. And I'm very happy to have you back.
And you and Jenny are responsible.
Well, it's a three-way effort.
And Dr. Polk, we can't forget about him. He had a little something to do with it, didn't he?
All right, so it's a four-way effort.
Well, then, I'm going to tell him today when I see him that I want the children to come home.
Honey, I want to have the children home just as much as you do, but I really don't think that you should tell Dr. Polk. How about discussing it with him and getting his advice?
All right, okay. If it will make you happy, I will do that for you. But I know he's going to agree with me because I'm cured. And this time it's for good. Nicky Smith is gone.
He is so up and confident.
Yeah, she's one tough lady.
Oh, well, she's been through a lot, and I know you're proud of her.
I am. It's, I just can't shake the feeling that she might be a little too overconfident. It's still so soon.
I agree with you.
I mean, I can understand her wanting the boys back, but I'd feel better if she'd talk it over with Dr. Polk.
Well, I would, too. And if Dr. Polk doesn't agree, she'll just have to force herself to be patient because it is going to happen, and she's making a lot of progress.
Well, keep your fingers crossed that her instincts are right and that she has this Nicky personality whipped for good.
Amen.
I wanted to bring you up to date on the latest. I have to get over to the Banner. Are you sure you don't mind hanging around for
Oh,
long?
no, that's fine. I'll wait for Dr. Polk to get here, and then I'm going to go to the grocery store. I'll be back before they're done.
Well, that might be him now.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll just take my purse, and I'll pop over and say hello.
Oh.
Thanks. Okay.
Oh, what are you trying to do, scare me to death?
Look, I'm sorry. Can I just come in a minute?
I'm really busy.
But it'll only take a minute. Look, I just want to say thank you.
For what?
Well, Vicky finally accepted the fact that Victor Lloyd is my father.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you two are so close. I figure you must be part your influence for finally being able to accept the truth.
Very ingratitude.
What? Jimmy, what is this? Jimmy, why do you hate me so much?
Tina, I don't hate you. I despise you.
Why? Jimmy, there are a lot of things I could have done, a lot of worse things that I didn't do.
Like what?
Like destroy Vicky.
Destroy her? How could you do that?
Ice. Water me some Buchanan.
Oh, thank you.
She gets them all right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
You made remarkable progress, Vicky.
Oh, I'm feeling so good about myself.
How did you feel when you told Tina you accepted her right to the Lord name?
Oh, dear. So many emotions came over me. And I must say it wasn't easy. I felt as if I had a terrible pain inside me. And it didn't really concern Tina. It was more about me. I blinded myself to the truth for so long. I have lived in agony for years trying to live up to an impossible ideal that when I finally verbalized the truth, the sensation that I felt was not only enormous relief, but self-determination.
Excellent.
I also felt somehow strangely as if I had freed my father. He wasn't the perfect man I'd always believed him to be. No, he was much more human than that. But somehow the realization of that has made it easier for me to deal with the memory of him. It's almost as if everything has finally fallen into the proper perspective.
Even your feelings towards Tina? Can you accept her as a sister? Do you feel warm towards her in any way?
No. No, Dr. Polk, Tina has said and done so many terrible things that there's no way I can ever just welcome her with open arms. But the thing is, I don't feel guilty about it. I feel that my anger is perfectly legitimate.
Well, it may just...
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Look, she has the truth, and she has the Lord name now. Clint feels that's all she really deserves, and I don't really know how I feel. What do you think?
Well, it's not for me to say, but not feeling guilty, being able to accept your anger at Tina, I say is a definite sign of psychological health. You know, we are well on the road to recovery, remarkable recovery.
Answer me, Tina. How could you destroy Vicky?
I didn't mean destroy. It's just that you got me so upset.
I think that's exactly what you meant. Why don't you, for once in your life, be truthful?
All right, you want the truth?
Yeah.
How about that I found another letter that Victor had signed?
Really?
Yes, and in it, believe me, if I use it, Vicky's going to come begging to me, not the other way around.
Would you like to explain that ludicrous statement?
This letter says that if Vicky ever gets her mental problems back, that her whole Lord fortunes revert to me, her sister, Tina Lord.
Well, aren't you a regular little Nancy Drew? Coming up with all these wonderful documents and letters.
What, you don't believe me?
Well, what gave you that idea?
Well, then I'll show you a copy. It's Victor's signature, and believe me, it'll hold up in court. But no, I didn't decide to use this information, even when Bo told me about Vicky. Now, I didn't want to tell the whole world that Vicky had gone off the deep end again.
Let me tell you something, Tina. Vicky is never going to be judged as incompetent, so whether you have this document or letter or whatever it is worthless. Now, would you like to tell me what you're doing in my home?
I really don't see any point, not in this mood you're in.
Fine. Goodbye.
But Jenny, wait. Jenny, I need your help. I need you to help me influence Vicky.
You what?
Vicky accepts that I should have the Lord name and that I am her sister, but I should have part of the fortune, too.
Oh, I'm sure the Buchanans will take very good care of you.
Maybe, but it's not a matter of being taken care of. It's a matter of my getting my right.
How dare you ask me for help, Tina? How dare you? Now, you listen to me. I don't think you deserve one lousy penny.
Jenny, look, it's just that Mitch and I are going to get married. We need money to start out on.
Well, that's wonderful. So why don't... Well, maybe Mitch will come up with the brilliant idea of getting a job or something. I'm very busy, if you don't mind.
Jenny, listen to me! Jenny, you can't do this to me! You're going to be real sorry, Jenny.
We agreed that I have made significant progress, right?
Absolutely.
Then please, Dr. Polk, may I bring my children home? I've missed them so much.
I know you do, Vicky.
It's really true, you know. This house seems so empty without them, especially when you're used to having children all over the place. And I really do believe that I need that sense of family stability now. The children belong here. I feel my life is cut in half without them.
I agree there is stability for you, but I also believe in playing it safe. Victoria, it's been such a short time since you've had these breakthroughs. Yes, you've got to take more time, but I prefer a few more days.
How many is a few?
Well, just don't rush it. Bring the children home for the weekend. If all goes well, then we'll talk about keeping them there.
Saturday's not that far away. I guess I could survive till Saturday, although I promise you it's not going to be easy.
You call Jenny.
Yes. My chaperone and I have an absolutely lovely day planned. She's going to stay with me till Clint comes home, and then maybe she won't have to put up with looking after me too much longer. Come in. Oh, my goodness, more flowers. A delivery man brought them a few moments ago.
Lovely.
Thank you. Vera, put them on the desk, please. Oh, the ones that is there, the small arrangement. Could you take them to the living room, please? Thank you very much. I must say, I wish people would stop sending the flowers. Everybody thinks I'm sick, and the truth is that I haven't felt this healthy in... Oh, I can't tell you how long.
Well, it's very obvious a great many people care for you a great deal.
I know, I shouldn't really complain, should I? Goodbye, Dr. Polk. Thank you so very much.
I don't like leaving you alone.
Oh, I'm not going to be alone. I'm going to call Jenny right now. Promise you. Okay?
Goodbye.
Okay, bye-bye then. Thanks again. Wait. First things first. Call your babysitter, Vicky. Vicky, I need Clint right away.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Buchanan. He's left the building.
Oh.
He said he'll be back in about an hour.
Where'd he go?
Something about an out-of-town editor.
Tell him that he has to call me the second he gets in, please. Oh, no! Oh, God. Harry, he has to know.
No.
Lord Manning, Jensen speaking.
Mr. O'Neill, please.
Hold on a minute. I'll see if he's here. I'm sorry, it's not in. Any message?
Yes. Tell him Victoria Buchanan called. And I would like him to come to Lanfair, my house. Just as soon as he gets this message, it's very urgent that I speak to him, please.
Sure thing, Mrs. Buchanan.
Thanks. Jenny. Jenny. Please, Jenny. Be there. Jenny. Please. Oh, Jenny. Jenny.
So, Dad, what do you want to talk to us about?
Well, I got a surprise for you, and I wanted to tell you about it tonight before you went to bed.
A surprise?
A surprise. Sometime tomorrow, you're going to be moving in with Grandpa Asa. You remember that pony he got for your cousin Drew?
Dandy?
That's right, Dandy. Well, it seems that Dandy is old enough to ride. And Grandpa says that he needs a couple of cowboys over there to keep that pony from getting lonesome.
You mean we can ride him every day?
You bet your boots you can. It's going to be almost like living at the ranch in Arizona. And you know, by the end of summer, you're probably going to be a couple of pretty good horsebackers.
We're going to stay that long?
Well, actually, I don't know just how long you'll be staying. I mean, it could be a couple of weeks, could be a little longer. But I'll be coming by to see you every day.
But what about Mommy?
Hi, guys.
Hi.
How you doing? Did I just hear that you two get to spend part of the summer with Grandpa Asa?
Yep.
Whoa!
Kevin was just asking about his mother, and I was just fixing to explain to him that she needs a lot of rest right now.
That's right. She needs a lot of quiet time. And Grandpa Asa needs a lot of noise and a lot of running around because he misses Drew.
But, what is Mommy like?
Well, fellas, you know, you haven't seen as much of your mother as you used to. You've noticed that, haven't you? She's been kind of busy lately. Well, it seems the past few months she's taken on a little too much. And I just finally caught up with her. And now what she needs is just to do nothing. I mean, nothing but rest and get her strength back.
And as much as she loves the two of you, you got to admit that every once in a while you can get pretty wild, right?
Pretty wild. But that'll be just fine at Grandpa Ace's. That'll make your mother feel real good, too, knowing that you're happy and that you're having a good time.
You mean if we stay home, we have to be quiet a lot? We wouldn't like that, Joey. You're right. We'll move in with Grandpa.
Kind of thought you might want to. Oh, listen, I almost forgot to tell you. Kim is going to be going along with you.
Great.
Yeah. Now, listen, first thing you get up in the morning, I want you to go through your toy box, pick out some toys you might want to take along with you, but I'm not going to send a moving van, so keep the number down, all right? Huh? All right. Bedtime, scoot. Kim's waiting for you. Good night, Kevin.
Night, guys.
Come here, Joey.
Night. Sweet dreams.
Good night, you little outlaw.
Give me a hug. Oh, sweet dreams.
I get to your idea first, Kevin. No, you don't.
Well, I guess it wasn't too rough. I didn't have to lie to him too much.
It's the right thing to do, Clem. It really is. It's going to be hardest on you and Vicky.
Yeah, especially Vicky. She feels so guilty about this already.
But she knows this is necessary.
Yeah, but it's still having to say goodbye to him. It's not going to be easy. I mean, if we just had some idea how long it's going to take her to whip this thing, you know. Oh, well, one day at a time, right?
Sure, one day at a time. Well, I just wanted to say goodnight. I'm gonna go on home. And I'll give you a call after I speak to Larry about my leave lesson.
I'm sure sorry we're disrupting your life like this.
Hey, my life could use a little disruption. Don't give it a second thought.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Oh, you're home. Good. Yeah. I need to talk to you for a minute. You fellas going to be long?
Well, I can take off right now. I have to look over some of the production notes.
What's up for tomorrow?
Some location scouting. Mimi told me on the plane she wants to help me since she knows Landy, so... You sure you won't be needing the Jeep?
No, keep it as long as you want.
Okay. Well, good night. Good night, Clint.
Night, Woody. Well, how's Mimi?
She's terrific, I think. I think she's looking forward to seeing you and Vicky aboard.
Well, Vicky won't be receiving any company for a while. And the boys will be moving in with their Grandpa Asa tomorrow.
Is that what you wanted to talk to me about?
Yeah. I guess Pa never said anything to you.
No.
Vicky's very ill, Bo. She's mentally ill.
Beyond what I've been seeing around?
Yeah, it's beyond what I've been saying, too. She's having a recurrence of that dual personality problem.